family has received those funds, and whatever you can do. If everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, yam, pam, 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 jam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left. left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Hush up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Oh, Yo, they just empty.
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah, Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We about that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants to smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Thursday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this Thursday, December 19th, 2024. We got another powerful conversation for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Okay? DJ Brother Z, we gotta go right into it. We gotta go right into it because it ain't nothing to it but to do it. Before we get into it, I gotta set it up for y'all to understand what's happening here with the housing in the city and the elders and the leadership. Because these are our elders, and I've been talking about this. I don't know what everybody else be trying to talk about, but this is something that I had a hand in, and I was dealing with it a long time ago, for years. I'm an eyewitness to what was happening, and many times when I'm talking to people from the front lines, if you ain't active enough, you may not understand why I feel the way I feel and why I say what I say. Because I was there looking at it. I didn't need the news to tell me what was happening. I was dealing with it personally. And I had to go back and share on my Facebook page back in 2017, 2018, no matter if it was city housing, no matter if it was Barada Properties, no matter if it was a nursing home where they had infestation with the elders, I have a documented track record of dealing with these issues straight up. Going in there trying to rectify these issues the best way I can as an individual, because I didn't get no help from the establishment. Like the city hall, the aldermen, all of that, the elected officials that y'all like to take pictures with. They knew what was going on. I was in the midst of it, and I see how they responded to a lot of this. I saw it. I looked at them, and y'all, Tory, the X, Y, and Z. No, I'm there. I'm an eyewitness. I'm surprised that, you know what? I ain't gonna even say that, DJ. But I'm like, let me stay where I need to stay. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is nothing new in my world. I was trying to tell people, they all know what's going on. People try to act like, oh, I don't know what's happening. It's no way that something is going on in the city and you are elected official, and this is it's not millions of people in Milwaukee. I always tell people, check the numbers. The Milwaukee city population sign ain't over 600,000. It's not. And the active community in each, whether it's Hispanic community, whether it's the black community, whether it's, the suburb outside, we all know who these people are that's running around, because it's just a small enough town to where we're going to run into these people if we get outside, or if we paying attention, even a little attention, we going to see the players. You know what I mean? If you watch the news, if you see who throwing the parties, if you see who politically involved, you're going to see these people because they stick out like a sore thumb, because Milwaukee is small. I mean, as a city. So you telling me something major happens with the elders and you don't know. Or you have no clue, or you can't give the people no information. See, this is when it start going like that, that's when I say it's a cover-up. That's when I say, okay, somebody covering up something. Because I know. How do I know? And I ain't got y'all got the paperwork. Y'all down there sitting at City Hall, and you don't know. But I know, because I'm out here looking at it, dealing with it. Some of the elders was calling me. I was organizing meetings. I went up against Willie Hines and his management, and I recorded it. These are documented things that I've recorded. I recorded me going up against Barada Properties and the treatment of my people. It's recorded. We went around on a library tour because I had to use the library facilities because it was free and there was enough space for me to set up the meetings for those who were having problems with Barada property to come to the library, and I had legal aid there, and I had the attorneys there so they can try to, do something about it. This was years ago. I just reposted a lot of this on my Facebook because a lot of this y'all like, oh, this been going on. So when I see what I saw the other day, DJ Brother Z, that now they're saying that the mayor, they got the emails between the mayor and Hackham, the housing authorities, and that they knew more than they was letting on, DJ Brother Z. They knew. I tell y'all all the time, y'all like these people. Especially when it's time to vote, they get out there and act like they got y'all best interest. This is what trips me out. Y'all follow behind leadership that blatantly is using misdirection and not being transparent, but yet they're the ones asking for transparency, but yet they're not being transparent. This is why I don't work with the police department. Because they, when it's time for them to be transparent, they want you to tell, but then when it's something that's them, they don't want to tell it. They plead the fifth. I watched this happen in courts. I watched it with my own eyes. I seen them do it. So I don't mess with them like that. I don't mess with them like that. I just help the families. We get the information, and the mother or whoever contacted me can talk to them. Mm-hmm. And we still help each other. We still get the job done. We still get the outcome that we want because we're working together, but I won't go over there and personally stand next to them and do anything. But I still help because the mother, the person that reached out to me, the family member or the friend that is close to the victim is the one who contacted me. I'm by request. So that's how I do it. And that's how we're able to get strides, make great strides in things that we get involved in, because it's always a formula to get around certain things. And I know all the formulas. I've been doing this for a long time. But when I saw this, DJ Brother Z, TMJ4 put out a story about how much did they know and what happened when they got the information that they did not put out to the public. And it's making me raise an eyebrow. We got some video of this. If y'all watching 1017 The Truth as we broadcast live on YouTube, let's listen.
She is raised by Milwaukee Housing Authority tenants. They call Hackham living conditions deplorable.
The rats are so bad you can't sit out on your patio.
Someone came behind me at gunpoint and took my purse.
Now, emails obtained by TMJ4 News show just how involved the mayor's office has been with this troubled agency. Jenna Ray investigates.
I was visiting my family. We had an outstanding Thanksgiving. And so over the Gulf of Mexico, in my brother's backyard with a jacuzzi and a swimming pool. So I said, this is pretty nice.
That is Willie Hines, the head of the housing authority of the city of Milwaukee. He's been raking in about $250,000 a year, a salary that's paid for by you. Days after he announced his retirement, he shared how he came to that decision while on vacation.
With a jacuzzi and a swimming pool.
All while residents say they've been living in squalor.
The rats are so bad you can't sit out on your patio. Bed bugs.
The rats,
the washer,
the bed bugs.
The dryer on the floor.
We're not even safe in that apartment.
In 2023, dozens living in public housing, with the help of local nonprofit Common Ground, banded together with one thing in mind: change.
What we've seen in the past is Hackham doing a good job of saying they're going to resolve these problems and then not following up.
We are not going to quit.
I was there when the fight before city leaders ramped up. Since then, I visited Hackham properties.
You just don't feel safe.
Listened to people's concerns.
Everybody having heat.
And held those at the top accountable.
Send a letter and we'll respond.
I just don't understand why you won't do an on-camera interview with us. We've asked for an on-camera interview several times. What is tangibly being done to fix this?
Yeah, there are a number of fixes that Willie is actually leading over at the Housing Authority.
That statement by the mayor of Milwaukee was a year ago. Since then, the Department of Housing and Urban Development forced Hackham to outsource its largest housing program, Section 8. In May, the Department of Neighborhood Services started inspecting the agency's properties after Common Council voted for more oversight. The city's attorney gave the okay for Milwaukee police to cite Hackham properties over nuisance and safety concerns. In August, tenants sued the agency over a bedbug infestation.
Bed bugs, I have them. This morning, I picked one out of my ear.
In October, a report released by the federal government deemed the agency as troubled, the same label it got 2 years ago under the leadership of Willie Hines. The report lays out how Hackham is failing to provide high-quality housing, accurate financial reporting, and may not be in compliance with federal and state laws.
The report that you read as well showed a lot of confirmation of the things that we suspected that were going on in Hackham.
The report was given to Hackham and Mayor Cavalier Johnson on October 18th. 1 month and 1 day later, Hines submitted his retirement.
Is this why you're retiring?
No, that's not why I'm retired. Again, I went to the retirement office 5 years ago. Those are very serious allegations and serious challenges, serious findings. And Hackham are committed to working to address those matters.
Matters tenants say they're still experiencing every day.
When I first moved here, I didn't have bed bugs.
Our building is ran like it's a prison. Our manager act like she's a warden.
Since 2019, Hackham's been operating without a full board of commissioners, which the feds say is the crux of the agency's issues.
Living here really is draining.
The report states the appointment of board members seemed to be a low priority for former Mayor Tom Barrett and current Mayor Johnson.
When I was elected mayor in 2022, I actually made not one, not two, not three, but 4 appointments to the Housing Authority Board.
When I asked the mayor for an interview about Hackham's progress over the last year, he declined. Here's what he said 2 months before the HUD report came out.
I think that we're moving forward in a positive way over at the Housing Authority, yes.
Open records requests made by Common Ground to the city show over the last year, the mayor and his staff have been involved in day-to-day Hackham business, like text messages between Hines and the mayor's policy director discussing electricity in buildings, and emails to the mayor's chief of staff about board meetings, appointees, and progress with HUD. Even discussing statements that could, quote, give reporters another reason to write about Hackham's challenges, with the mayor's spokesperson adding, I'm not as enthusiastic about clarifying the record or defending ongoing operations. Reporters previously asked Johnson what he knows about Hines' retirement.
I don't know how old Willie Hines is or when he's going to retire or anything like that. Is silly, and I think it's Trumpian.
When Hines publicly announced his retirement earlier this month, he did it in the mayor's office with the mayor at his side.
Why he's standing by Hines and not standing on the side of residents, I don't know.
Do you think he should be speaking on it?
I do. He's been a part of this, even though he's tried to deny.
Why don't we hold him accountable as well?
Accountability, a publicly made promise from Hackham's new board.
We have, as commissioners, have committed to each other to always do what we believe to be in the best interest of our residents.
Well, since we've been organizing with Common Ground and we have media, the pressure has been applied to them. We feel a little better.
As residents ring in the new year, hoping for safer living conditions and praying for change, Willie Hines will head into retirement, bringing in more than $11,000 a month for the rest of his life.
Wow.
Since that report was released last week, Mayor Johnson has dodged
did all that damage and get to walk away with $11,000 a month for the rest of his life. I did the wrong thing, DJ Brothers. I didn't help folks and didn't get paid for it, and they have destroyed lives and walked away with the golden parachute. And then the nerve to get on the news and say he was somewhere in the jacuzzi, rubbing it in. Like these people, like how cold can you be when people saying that they sleeping in infestation and you get on the news talking about, I was on vacation, in a jacuzzi, relaxing, and all these people got bed bugs and infestation, and you ain't got the answers, and you getting a check, and you on vacation, living good, eating good, smelling good. Then another thing, the mayor, I don't know how old Willie Hines is. You got the information, all that, his birthday and everything on the paperwork. He was a common council president. All you got to do is Google Willie Hines, and all of that comes up. So how you don't know any information, basic information about somebody that's working on a major project in the city like the housing, and there's thousands of complaints? He tried to act like he didn't even know nothing about this man. Had the information in October, gave him time to get out the game. And people don't know why he didn't do the press conference and try to, be more on the front lines. And a lot of these elders voted for him. These are elders that, sometimes the voting polls be in the bottom of their building. Sometimes, when they go to vote and they be having these city housing buildings, sometimes the polls be up under there inside that building. All I'm saying is we watching the scandal, one of the biggest scandals we didn't see in a long time, come out. This is a scandal, DJ Brother Z. And then you got the elders. Truth Nation. They in their retirement downtown. You look at the video I just showed y'all. If y'all was watching live on YouTube, these people are supposed to be relaxing in their latter years, just chilling, not doing much. They got these people out here stressed out, sleeping. They probably would have never imagined when they was coming up and living their life and, trying to be productive citizens, that their life would end up in their elder years like this. On the news, crying on the news, saying that they got things crawling in their ears and rats and things like that. And this man talking about he got the jacuzzi. Him and his brother, they got the jacuzzi, and he ain't, he acted like this ain't even bothering him. Then they give you the word salad. Every time. You ain't gonna never get nothing straight from nobody in office, elected. Because they wasn't straight before they got there. They talk around the issues, and this is what it is. That's why I tell people, it don't matter if I'm on the show and I'm grilling these people or I'm asking hard questions. Who cares? They not gonna answer it. That's not in the script. They gonna stick to the script. Before they come in here, they got people telling them, this is what we're going to talk about. This is the messaging that we want to send out today. Oh, let's go on a press run. And once they get the script, they just out delivering the script. They not going to get off the script. And y'all talking about, they softball questions. They not going to answer it. That's where you got it wrong. That wasn't what their intentions was. Their intentions is to shape the narrative. All I'm saying, Truth Nation, is it's out here for you. I don't even have to tell y'all what it is. It's already going on. Y'all can look at it. Y'all can make your own opinions about it. But I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't decide that enough with all of the gibbering, jabbering, and we don't want results, when your turn comes to have to deal with these services, if you don't get it right and you don't get these things right while it's in y'all face, you're going to be up in these buildings and it's waiting on you. That's what's waiting on you. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
As a bull rider, I prefer to do things single-handedly. That's why I love the UW Credit Union app. Doggy! It lets me check accounts, make transfers and more on the go. And if I need an extra hand, UW Credit Union has 13 Milwaukee area branches. Yippee! So, if you want simple mobile banking, mosey on over to UW Credit Union. They're here for every y'all. Federally insured by NCUA.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven Center for Home Care, a successful Center for Employment, a Center for Trauma Recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence.
Check out Jammin' with Juice, where it's amazingly juicy.
No, that's beautiful, Jesse. If you ever need any host for any of these events that you have coming up, you should contact Jammin' with Juice. We'll be more than happy to host these events for you.
Listen, Jammin' with Juice, you are like top of my list. Now I know we're going to do a lot of fun stuff in a lot of years to come because I love you guys. I love your listeners. I love Milwaukee. And I can't wait to have an amazing night next week with Castall, T. Grizzly, and Lakia.
Yes, I love that you picked those artists as well because they're really powerful artists, especially for the youth.
And you know you always got a friend in band.
You know what? Shout out to Not Really a City Girl, man. Shout out to Not Really a City Girl. That is a really great item.
And for my birthday?
Oh, yeah.
A sweatshirt with your picture and an autographed copy of your non-existent CD?
Yup.
No stone left unturned.
Okay, I just wanted to say we were talking about picking races, I am biracial, so I always had to pick one. If everybody remembers, you used to have to pick one. And I was always black. Now, when called over the phone for a loan, I used my white voice, and I got a really great rate.
Come get your drop of juice.
Hey, I want to say congratulations to both of y'all from where y'all started at the station to where y'all at now.
Thank you.
I remember Juicy Juice used to be upstairs. Nobody never seen her. And Jammin', you started over there, I think, with Tory, and now where y'all at now, I'm proud of y'all. And you know we sipping on that apple. And don't forget the crown. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all have a blessed day. I love both of y'all and keep continue the good energy for us young people.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
From the 414 to everyone across the globe, Jammin' with Juice is here for you. Check out Jammin' with Juice daily on YouTube. You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with Juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin' on The Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
Saving the Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Ben Jammin'. It's amazing. Hey, how you doing, Ben Jammin'?
I'm good, bro. You know, another day in a lifetime. My co-star, Coney, I was about to call her Coney Noni Juice. Carrie Noni Juice is out on assignment.
Okay, that's what's up.
I don't know how long the assignment is, but she got an assignment, y'all. But anyway, Truth Nation. So if y'all don't know or been tapped into pop culture as of late, again, another idea about Jay-Z.
Here we go.
Yeah, you know, you got to update the people. I mean, because Hov is my guy, but he's also y'all guy. All right, this is the guy who told y'all to
speak for yourself.
Put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Hey, I'm just saying, the streets is watching.
I listen to music, you know what I mean? I don't know if that I'm going to go all my guy like that.
He invented the blueprint. You know, he showed us that a black man can, you know.
Well, Kendrick said the blueprint was by him.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
You know, but I can. I can if you want me to.
All right, go right ahead.
All right, but Mr. Carter's lawyer has actually released a statement in regards to the lawyer, Mr. Bugsby's allegations towards Jay-Z and P. Diddy's relationship. All right, their supposed friendship. And he goes on to say, look, Mr. Carter has nothing at all to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs, period. They knew each other professionally for a number of years. Just like in all professions, people know each other. At the music awards,
people party together.
Yeah, they party together. If you go to an NBA All-Star game, they are there just to support each other.
All access to the Diddy parties.
Well, you know, do we really know?
We know.
Did he have access to them?
No, we know that they buddies. We know that him and Big was buddies. We know, we see the videos. You telling me that Jay-Z don't got all access to anything that's going on with Diddy, and they're from New York. They've been around a long time. It's pictures of them at the brunch.
But are they really friends,
on now.
though?
Here we go.
We thought that Jay-Z and Dame Dash was friends, and we see how that turned out.
They were friends. They friends grow apart.
They was business partners.
Well, success will change people.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
So you can be. It's success. Success changes marriages.
It's interesting.
So, it is what it is.
Success does change relationships, Tory. Because as you elevate, sometimes those people that you're trying to bring along can't elevate with you.
Right.
Right. I heard of a Reddit analogy one time. They were talking about people trying to get to the mountaintop. Right. And if you're trying to get to the mountaintop, you literally have to condition your body to be able to breathe in oxygen at different levels. Right. And you're preparing for that. But not necessarily is your team, right? The people that you hang with each and every day, hang with on the corner. They came to grandma's house, you know, they eat the Thanksgiving dinner. You wrapping up a Christmas gift for them right now because Christmas right next week. Sometimes those same people aren't ready and prepared to go to the next level with you.
And I agree. And everybody is not going to go to the next level.
Interesting.
But because only to those that prepare for that. And like you said,
you got to condition yourself.
Maybe I'm with you because I like the attention you're getting from being prepared to go to those levels. But I'm just sitting back and I'm not taking advantage of the energy as well. And then a lot of people will sit back and allow you to do all the heavy lifting, but they want to come to dinner.
That's true.
And so when it gets to the point where they can't go any further, but they used to come to dinner, they get mad because now they want to come to the big dinner. But at that table, many times, that's more isolated for those that can reach to a certain level. And those people that are sitting at that big dinner table, you know, it's not like when you was coming up. If they don't elevate, they don't get in those rooms. They don't get to see what you see because they're not prepared. They never was preparing. They was only preparing to eat off you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, as the great philosopher of our time, Nasir Escobar Jones once said, you know, how you a man waiting for the next man to get rich? Your plan is to stick out your hand real quick. So if he feeds your fam and he serve you ish, then he need the head you get and he deserve your chick. That was one of the coldest lines I ever heard, but I lived by that, right? Because I never wanted to eat off another man's hand and just wait for their handout. I never wanted to sit back and be like, you know what, because of your success, I'm going to hop on. I'm going to leech on, as when I used to play dominoes, this term we typically use. This man leeching. This man don't leech. This man don't leech. But speak, you know what I'm talking about. Right. But speaking of all of those things, though, Tory, you know, we're talking about friendship and, you know, people are attaching themselves. This sounds like Jay-Z is trying to detach himself from P. Diddy, Sean Combs, as you just said before.
And these are legal.
Examples.
This is a legal move.
Mm-hmm.
This is what an attorney would tell you to do.
Yeah.
And an attorney was like,
"Is it a good move?"
Well,
though?
I'll tell you this:
because the public don't believe.
All right.
This.
Well, they don't believe it, but you know, it's a lot of things that the public you wouldn't think that they would believe, but they do.
Sheesh, that's a bar.
Okay, so I'm going to do everything legally. I'm gonna sit. The lawyer told him just sit back and let us do what we do.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z, it's not personal like he did it on Twitter and said that. These are well-crafted ideas with high-paid lawyers telling them how to maneuver in this court.
Mm-hmm.
And then the court movement ain't the street movement. So when you see a lot of that press release and it's got a lot of court ideas to it, that's the attorneys that he paid all that money setting it up to make it look like a certain way because just in case something happened down the road,
right.
They had already set the stage for him to stand on certain things in the legal aspect.
And it's so interesting when you're watching this case, Tory, because again, as I guess for the past four, maybe even 5 years or so, we've been seeing a lot of successful black men go down at the allegations of sexual assault, you know. And it seems to me that Jay-Z just ain't having it. Jay-Z and his legal team is like, I'm not going to be another one. You know, you guys aren't going to stop me from reaching to my mountaintop. You know, you see me reach the billies. It seems to me that there may be some kind of conspiracy theory to, you know, knock off a lot of these powerful black men.
Or they left enough bones out there to do it.
For leverage.
Well, you know, bones meaning like you.
I know what you're saying.
Some people got sexually assaulted, and sometimes when people in power do it, it's hard to go against the big dog. But since they got Diddy, why not try to aim for Jay-Z? You know, and so Diddy was so powerful. He just got a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Right.
Diddy got the key to New York City, and then they wiped him. It's like almost in this 1 year, they just wiped Diddy off the map.
Man, all I know is if the city ever comes to you,
he's in jail right now.
Yeah, if the city ever come to you with the key to the city, run. All right, because they got something on you. Okay, Lil Durk did the same thing. Lil Durk got that key to the city. Next week, he locked up. He might be locked up for the rest of his life.
They saying that he may be gone for the rest of his life. You know,
it seemed like it. And they caught another body on him too. So
right,
it's crazy.
And this is another thing. You know, when you make it to the top, you got to be careful who's in your ear too.
Yeah,
because you can't. The street life and business life don't work together. The ideal of the streets, and once you cross into the business life, the street life can destroy your business life.
Correct, 100%.
And so he looking at the internet, people saying you ain't crashing out for Von.
Right.
The moment he decided to listen to those people, it was only a matter of time before he was going to end up in prison.
It was a ticking time bomb. It's interesting because, you know, your friends can peer pressure you into doing the complete wrong thing, right? And the thing is, the people on the internet, they're not even your friends. They truly want to see you crash out for their own entertainment. And I think that's kind of like the sick thing behind this script that we have on the internet each and every day. We go down our news feed, people comment and say whatever they want to say, and it's almost as if they want to influence you to do the wrong thing each and every time, whether it's you in a relationship. I forget the young gentleman's name, the football player,
Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Whether it's Travis Hunter and his girlfriend, and a lot of people saying leave his girlfriend, where he just like, you know what, I'm finna be committed to it. I'm finna be committed to her. The internet telling him to leave her.
The thing is, the clips, the clickbait ideas on his girlfriend, that what they're really trying to describe is what we saw wasn't really what it looked like. Because that's what I'm seeing from her. But then she went a little bit too far because she started talking about how they got together, how he was in her DM, how, he pursued her, how he waited outside the party for her for hours while she was partying. And this is one of the...
It do seem like some kind of sucker moves.
Right. It's like this is one of the greatest college athletes in a generation. And so if you look back on this time, all you're going to see is his girlfriend overshadowing the feat of athleticism and superiority in a gladiator sport.
Yeah. And what's so crazy about all this, Tory, is, as we talk about Travis Hunter and his girlfriend, it still goes back to the same question I posed just a moment ago when we were talking about Jay-Z and Diddy. It's like, should you really separate yourself from people who can't reach your heights, can't get to the mountaintop with you?
But usually they separate themselves because somebody told me envy plays a factor once you start being successful. Instead of people wanting to help you, they want to be you.
Yeah.
That's when it turns to envy. Because if you're in, I always tell people, did you take advantage of the energy that was being shown? And I always tell you that.
Yeah. We talk this all the time.
We talk about this. Don't turn envious. Take the energy and work. It's like, in order to win the championship, if it's like basketball or football, and you got a good quarterback, you got a good running back, you got a good defensive player. You got some key pieces, but you may not be a key piece, but you can take advantage of being that role player that did the work. So when it's all over with, you have your piece of history, and you don't feel envious of those that are getting to shine because you played your part to the max as well.
Right, you played your position for real.
And a lot of times people fail to play their position to the max. What they start doing is starting to compete with the ones like, oh, I want to be that person.
Yeah.
And they may not have the talent or the gift of that person.
It's interesting too, Tory, because it's like, I don't know, man. Life is all mental. This is all mental, right? And you get into certain spaces, and some people don't know their position. Some people don't know how to play a position. They just been playing themselves their whole life. But it's like, man, sometimes you, like you said before, sometimes you need to be the quarterback. Sometimes you need to be the defense lineman. Hell, here in radio, sometimes you got to be the producer. Sometimes you got to be on their personality. Sometimes you need to be the person out there selling yourself. Right. And you need to figure out the positions that you need to play so you can execute on the highest level at each and every one of those positions. It makes me think of a Kyle. It makes me think of Kyle Wallace. Right. Like how many times he plays every one of his positions and he plays them well. Right. It's just you got to really do your thing.
And I'll tell you this, at the end of the day, I think a lot of times people miss the boat by not focusing on what they can do in that time to contribute to the energy that makes them more valuable, even if they're not the one in the spotlight. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, once the success comes, the history comes, they're going to say who all made this up.
Right.
And everybody has their unique story. And if you put in a lot of work, that story will be told. You're not the first story to tell because they're going to tell the obvious, the front person, the person that maybe may have gotten the influence. But then who was behind it? Who was the manager? Were they able to get? Then other people want that same management because now you're a part of making something and they want to be made. So it's ways to capitalize even if you're not the focal.
Yeah, it's very true because you could be, you could be in somebody's biopic, so to speak, right?
Right.
And as we talk about the Jay-Z and Diddy thing, in all honesty, I'm waiting. I'm a Jay-Z fan. I'm a whole fan. I'm personally have been waiting for the Jay-Z biopic to happen one day. And it seems like to me that every day he lives his life, it's still being constantly written. Again, this whole Jay-Z rape allegation that's happening right now, his story is being written, whether he did it or not. This is going to be in the biopic of Jay-Z, and whomever played a role in all of this, whether it's the lawyer that's helping them out right now, whether it was the tour bus driver who was helping them in 1996 with reasonable doubt, whomever, everybody will be able to get their chance to shine because they played their roles to the ultimate max that they were supposed to play. Even a Dame Dash, who will be in, Jay-Z's biopic up until 2003. And then after that, Rock Nation is over, son. That's how that story goes.
Well, I'll say this, when it comes to life, everybody has a part to play. Everybody has a role to play in life. And many times people get distracted, and when if they want to tear up a group, they'll take one person and divide and conquer. They'll give them something and make the other people mad, but then that person will separate, thinking, okay, y'all mad at me, and you will, or the people that's with them say, oh, you ain't gave us a piece of the pie. Yeah. But I think that many times these devices work on those that are not focused or locked in. You got to be locked in, and you got to know what you're good at and do that to the best of your ability, and it'll all work out no matter what's going on. And that's how you win championships. Right. That's how you recreate. That's how you build larger-than-life ideas, by being on one accord. That's why it's a lot of talk about being on one accord, being locked in, and a lot of people are not locked in. They just want it to be them.
Mm-hmm. It's true, because a lot of people are, especially because how society has been, socially engineered, a lot of people are thinking about I, me. This is what I got going on. Forget what you got going on. And if you do got something going on, it better be at least somewhere where I'm at. And if you are doing better than me, then I'm going to be jealous of you because I really just hate on you, and I'm trying to get to that position. Right. And that's how people be thinking these days. And it's so selfish, because people right now
I see it all
so
the time.
Self-centered.
Like I said, anybody can be the best at what they do.
Mm-hmm. That's real.
Because whatever you're doing, whatever your gift is, you're the only person that can do it like that.
Well, it seems like Jay-Z going to be the only person to get off of this.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. If it's a smoking gun, if it's a smoking gun, they're going to try to find it when they want to take you down. But real. I think that Jay-Z have built an atmosphere with a family, and that's going to be hard to penetrate that, too. Because Diddy was out single, running around, and Diddy... While Diddy was doing all of that, why wouldn't you believe that Jay-Z was more of a family man? He got children.
Right.
So
it's true. I remember, I know we're supposed to go to break, Zach. I'm so sorry. But I remember Snoop Dogg saying that was one of his hidden gems as well. It was the fact of him just having a wife. He was like, having a wife will keep you out of all the mess in the tabloids. I got something to come home to. Having a woman to come home to, a lot of times she provides some kind of structure. Right. Man, when you out doing your own thing, you just kind of wild with it. You're going to do whatever. Right. But when you got a woman at home, you can't do certain things.
It's a certain level of accountability when it comes to having a wife and a family.
Very true, and I think that's what Jay-Z got over P. Diddy.
I think that's what keeps him out of a lot of things where he could probably beat it.
Mm-hmm. Straight up.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline, and he will tomahawk it home with his right hand.
From conversations on the airwaves.
We're going to defend every board up the floor and every bounce and every pass. And we've got good depth, and you have to have good depth for the way we play.
To game highlights.
And at the top, rises for three over Young and buries it.
Find The Roar on the Truth app, Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts to keep up with Panthers hoops.
It's that time. Thursday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Black Chamber is adding value to someone's business with $10,000, $7,000, or $3,000. Thursday, December 19th at the Deco, 7140 West Greenfield Avenue, 5 to 9 p.m. We're celebrating our third annual Black and Diverse Gala featuring the pitch finale. Of course, there'll be great food. This year, we highlight Tons of Love Catering, Lily Bell's Catering and Fine Dining, and Dream Foods. And we don't stop there. Deshae AG will be performing. The Black Winemaker Chicago Day Trip participants are hosting a wine tasting. There's life-changing networking opportunities, games, prizes, raffles, giveaways, and DJ L Boogie making your body move. And of course, there's vendors ready to help you get your last-minute shopping done while you party. We take pride in doing the most. We work hard all year, and we plan to celebrate with that same energy. It's all love. Thursday, December 19th, 5 to 9 at the Deco. Tickets are on sale now. Visit twbcc.com so you don't miss out on what we have going on. TWBCC.com.
Every accomplishment starts somewhere. For University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee student Nick Birschbach, it was connections to internships that led to a job at GE Healthcare. For master's student Brendan Neihart, it started with a meet and greet at UWM School of Freshwater Sciences. Now, he's a field engineer at WaterTech of America. And for Yasmin Cruz, studying abroad led to a job teaching English in Spain. The path to success goes many places. It starts at UWM.
Truth Nation, there's a critical need for more African-American blood donors in Milwaukee, and we want to encourage you to help save lives by donating blood.
This is why we ask you to join us on Friday, December 20th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we have partnered with Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin for a blood drive with your favorite truth shows broadcasting live on site.
Come watch Truth Be Told with Telly, The Truth with Sherwood Hughes, and Jamming with Juice with Ben Jammin and Carrie Noting Juice, live from the Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin.
That is right, y'all. So join us on Friday, December 20th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. for our Truth Blood Drive.
As a bull rider, I prefer to do things single-handedly. That's why I love the UW Credit Union app. Doggy! It lets me check accounts, make transfers and more on the go. And if I need an extra hand, UW Credit Union has 13 Milwaukee area branches. Yippee! So, if you want simple mobile banking, mosey on over to UW Credit Union. They're here for every y'all. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Jingle bells, bells on the scale, fish scale, same color eggs. Tryna duck the fish, just bust a head, cause these try to play with my bread. Jingle bells, mother 12, I'ma drop a bag on your head. The neighbors won't tell, and we left with no shells. It's a dead man sleep in your bed.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Ben Jammin with the Pop Culture Report.
It's amazing.
What else is going on, I heard, in these pop culture streets, Ben Jammin?
So, Tory, I had I think we had such a great conversation on the first segment about, friendship, professions, and just about having to leave some people behind, all right, because you're excelling in life.
They say it's lonely at the top.
I want to ask you, why do you believe that there are people out here who truly just hate on somebody else's success?
It's multiple things, but I'll categorize it like this. When you can, being yourself, you can only be number one. Mm-hmm. So as an individual, the best you become, there's only one you, and then you get people who want to be you, then they automatically put themselves at number two.
Interesting. Because
because they'll never be what they trying to emulate, and then they forget that they have specific talents that they have. And so instead
that can make them number one.
That can make them number one within themselves, mm-hmm. But then they'll look outside of themselves and try to mimic something else that they perceive as success, which automatically puts them at number two.
Yeah. Now that's
three.
Right. They could be number 1,020.
Yeah. It puts them in a line, right? But it's a lot of people trying to be the next Slim Shady. So that's why it's important to know who you are, mm-hmm. what you're able to bring, and be the best at that. So when they come to you, ain't no, I messed up. I did this. This is what people like. Good work. Mm-hmm. If you get somebody that can fix your car and they do a good job, you're going to tell people.
Right.
Okay. You got to be tapped into who you are to give the best product to the world. But if you're looking outside of yourself to look at things that are going on and you're starting to mimic and dress like that, you just automatically just downgraded
your life.
Yeah.
It's very true because I don't know why, but again, there's so many people who are followers out here. I always break down this philosophy that I live by. That's a 5%er philosophy, but the philosophy goes that that 85% of people are followers, 10% of the people know the truth but don't want to give up the truth, and the 5% of people out there have the truth and they're trying to give it out to you like we do each and every day on 101.7 The Truth. That gives, we're light bearers, we're truth tellers. But with that being said, that 85% are those followers who try to follow behind you and become second to everything or every new idea that's out there. It's just like, man, nobody comes up to be their own leader. They want to be led. I question, like,
the majority.
Why is that? The majority wants to be led. The majority of people don't want to think for themselves. They want to be told what to do, and
that's the sheep concept and the bot concept. I call it bots.
Yeah.
Because I think that
carbon copy
because I think that a lot of people feel safer moving with the crowd because they see a lot of people moving that way. Then they can create friendships within that crowd. Even if it ain't the right move, they feel secure in the crowd, not in what's really going on.
That is true, though, Tory, because, like, take it back to 2020, the people who did get vaccinated, it seemed like the people who got vaccinated felt more comfortable with vaccinated people.
Right. And unvaccinated people felt more comfortable with unvaccinated people.
Yeah, it's like the people who were vaccinated, they just felt more comfortable, like, okay, we're all healthy now, we're good. But then, then they don't have to face any kind of, like, backlash from the non-vaxxers or anti-vaxxers, whatever you want to call it. But then when you are anti-vaxxer, all the anti-vaxxers, we came together with all the ideas that, the people who were vaccinated weren't trying to hear.
But then when the truth came out,
boom. The truth still coming out.
Hold on.
Fauci.
Yeah, so check this out.
Go ahead.
Well, you know what I found out? That people that move in mass groups, even if they move the mass group and it's wrong, they'll still continue to stay in the group because it's safer to stay with the group.
Yeah.
And then they'll move on because the group will find a way to say, oh, well, we didn't know it at the time and we just responded to what the information we had, blah, blah, blah. But the people who didn't do it was presenting the information that they found out was the truth.
Right. It's very interesting.
Hey.
Thanks for this pop culture, though.
Hey, thank you, Benjamin, for coming through.
Therapeutic.
I guess we're going to have a special announcement coming soon, I guess.
It's amazing.
All right, Truth Nation. When we come back, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
We have Sunday matinee basketball on The Truth. The Milwaukee Panthers welcome the North Central Rams into UW Milwaukee Panthers Arena on Sunday afternoon.
Out for Fulks, and he'll bury a three. And Doug Gottlieb is going to have to burn his final timeout of the game with 11:19 to go.
Scott Wallace has the coverage Sunday starting at 1:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 2 o'clock.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 101.7 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Vice President Kamala Harris.
Talk with your listeners to remind them of their power and the importance of voting. And the folks in Milwaukee turned out for me and Joe Biden in 2020. You showed what was possible.
U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, are you a racist?
Absolutely not.
Is Donald Trump a racist?
Absolutely not. No.
And civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
Thank you all for speaking truth to power. That's the most important thing, because right now there are those in our community who would rather we just be quiet.
Right.
We have to disturb the peace now more than ever.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 101.7 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard, aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Ray Riley with your news update. We've received the first case of a human infected with avian flu in the state. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services says the person was exposed to an infected commercial poultry flock in Barron County. Risk to the general public is low, but anyone who works with infected birds or has recreational exposure to them is at a higher risk. The DHS also reporting a bird flu case in a backyard flock in Kenosha County does not pose an immediate public health risk. As of now, the infected birds are being removed from both flocks. A school referendum could be on the ballot in Racine next year. The Racine Unified School Board is considering a $190 million operational referendum. The 5-year plan would be spent on early literacy, school safety, and high school academy offerings. The Racine Journal-Times says if the referendum were to fail, staff and programming cuts would be expected next year. The board will vote in January to determine whether the referendum will be placed on the April ballot. Unused offices could help provide affordable housing. Josh Jeffers, president of J. Jeffers & Company in Milwaukee, says demand for office space has plummeted since the pandemic, but a need for housing remains.
There has not been a lot of affordable housing development built in the downtown in the last 10 or 15 years as downtown has experienced a huge boom in new housing development. So we feel like we might be able to bring a lot more affordability to downtown.
Jeffers says converting offices like the Clark Building on West Wisconsin Ave and North 6th Street are part of doing that. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I want to talk about something that piqued my interest. I want to talk about this before we get into the second hour, because I think that this is something that it's just an interesting take on how within our lifetimes things have shifted. I'm Generation X, and I'm gonna tell you this: when we were coming up, we had the ability as children and to get outside. We had the ability to go and see all the kids, all the people our age in our neighborhoods. You know, we would go down the street, we would make friends with kids, and we would find out how to play games. And one day we would play basketball, one day we would play kickball, freeze tag, all of that. You know, that was our social experience as children coming up. Well, I have lived to see this, that is almost extinct now. That in our neighborhoods, like being able to go outside, the kids being able to go outside, and their friends are mostly the kids in the neighborhood that live in the neighborhood. Now, a lot of the parents don't allow their children to go outside, and I understand it. Times have changed. And their friends are mostly family members who have kids their age or school children. Or if they go to church, they may have some friends from the church or from the school or just cousins and things like that. Or friends of family who got kids and then they play with those kids. But if you think about it, that part of us growing up being outside and meeting our friends in the neighborhoods, like I'm talking about up and down the neighborhood. I'm talking about not just on your block. We walked up and down the neighborhood, all around the neighborhood without adults. And those was our friends. These was people that we met in the neighborhood. Our best friends, the people that we had, they would stop by and sit on grandma's porch. And we would go to the store and come back and sit on the porch and kind of discuss what was going on, in our lives at the time. And then we had the friends at school that we met, and we had the friends at church that we met. But we also had the children that lived down the street. That was our friends too. And I'm seeing that it's almost not there anymore, DJ Brother Z. It's almost that's not an option. And I just said, wow, like that has become extinct. Meeting the kids down the block. That's almost like not even a way to go in today's times when it comes to creating relationships as children. And I was talking to somebody and I was saying, wow, like that part of living and meeting people and being social as a child has moved to the internet, basically. Like, when we used to sit out on grandma's porch or we would go by our friends down the streets and we would sit outside on their porch, now people sit in the comments and discuss topics. The comments is now the porch where people gather and give their opinion and fight and bicker and say, all this extra in the comments. So I'm gonna tell you this. Times have changed. Times have changed, and I think that in many cases, rightfully so, the neighborhoods ain't safe. But when I go outside of the north side of Milwaukee, I used to walk from Milwaukee to Chicago. And the further I got away from the north side, I started seeing people playing at parks, walking dogs, community gatherings. I'm seeing that it is going on. I'm seeing that people are, I remember when I was in Iowa and the community members would come together for a potluck at the park. So all the neighbors can get together. They would bring something and they would have this little gathering and people would bring snacks and cookies and things like that. And I would be like, wow, but living in the north side of Milwaukee, it's almost like it's so unsafe in the thought that we don't even, have the freedom to just explore and be a part of the neighborhood at a certain way unless you got one of those old school neighborhood watch people that make sure that y'all had the block party. You need somebody, maybe a Gen Xer, you know what I mean, that can organize like the block party ideas. I still see that in the summertime. I see a lot of streets get cut off in the summertime and, they have the face painting. They have all these things going on in the summertime and they allow for the neighborhood to come together and everybody to be festive at the time. But we living in a time where a lot of those ideas when we were coming up as children, the way we were able to connect and communicate with people our age moved to the internet now. And I just thought that was interesting. I thought that was extremely interesting that part of our lives may be non-existent.
Facts. All facts.
How you doing, Elizabeth Brown?
Hey, look here. It's Milwaukee. It's Wisconsin. The streets slick. Be safe out here, Truth Nation. The inner city streets is real slick.
Right.
So
you think they got the trucks out? Do you see any trucks out moving?
I haven't seen one. I haven't seen not one, but the inner city streets is definitely a little slick. So take your time. If you leaving, if you have to go to somewhere, make sure you leave early because the traffic is slow. Again, slow motion is better than no motion. Take your time.
Well, what I was talking about was now in society, when it comes to the people on the north side, the way we live, children meeting other children in the neighborhood down the street and becoming friends is almost non-existent.
It is.
And I was
Absolutely.
like, that was a huge part of being in the neighborhood, in the community, where you could partner up with people and kids your age, in the area. But now everything is more condensed.
Everything is more condensed. A lot of people are just allowing their children to be online, due to whatever reason, safety or whatever. But not only that, like you said, with the tablets and stuff like that, these kids are making friends with people, in different countries, which is cool.
Right.
But we have to make it where it used to be, where we're getting out, getting to know our neighbors, making sure if there are kids on the block that your kids are connecting with these other kids.
But that's an organizer. I said, because that's a Gen Xer.
Absolutely.
A Gen Xer would be pushing that because we know how that feels.
Absolutely.
And so that's why I said the old block captains.
Absolutely.
That's a concept that have always been in our community, where you got the block captain, you got somebody just out there making sure that the neighborhood, the crime,
Absolutely.
Neighborhood watch ideas and things like that. But now what you see is on our side of the fence. I'm talking
Real
about
talk.
in our community.
Yeah.
Because once I get to the outskirts. Every time I used to walk from Milwaukee to Chicago, when I got to the outskirts, it looked more like when I was coming up.
Absolutely.
The further I got away from the city.
Yeah.
But now what I'm saying is these are ideas that we're watching go to the wayside, and this is a true reality of the progress or not progress
Right.
that
The
we're
digression.
making. Right. And
digressing.
somebody in the chat, not really a city girl, she hit it on the head. She hit it right on the head. She said, that's just our kids. The kids in the suburbs are playing outside at all different times, day and night. It's like our kids are afraid to go outside.
And it is. And the reality, I was just having a conversation with an individual last night, and I was just saying, this fear thing, if you're a true believer in a higher power, whatever you believe in, fear shouldn't be a part of that.
Right.
And at some point, we have to make sure, like we talk about every day, getting active.
Right.
So we understand we're collaborating with other individuals who own the same thing that we own.
Because I say, long as we are separated, we'll never be ahead.
Absolutely.
And better ran communities, even if they don't like each other, they work to keep the property value together.
Absolutely.
Or they work to make sure that we know what's going on. So if something happens, they can respond quicker to the situation.
Absolutely.
And I think that we have gotten away from just checking on each other to the point where, we don't know who in our neighborhood. We don't know how many children that I don't even think that they don't even care at this point. I think it's a matter of survival at this point.
Yeah, I had that conversation, because we on my block we had block watch.
But you still a part of a Jewish concept,
right?
Over
Which was a problem,
right?
Because the adults were meeting, and I brought that up, when I was running for office, that I would see the little black kids that was outside, the Jewish kids wasn't playing with them, they wasn't mixing,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
But is that the
was
older adults,
of course,
that got to make that connection?
Absolutely, and that's what I was saying at these block watch meetings,
right?
Like it don't make sense for y'all to know who my dog is, but y'all don't know who living in the house. That's a problem, So I just really feel like, again, it's our turn, and it's been upside down for a long time, and it's time for us to turn it right side up because, like you stated, the group idea, anytime it's individualized, it's only in our community, and this is why everybody else's community is able to feed off of ours.
Well, the division, like
Absolutely.
I was saying, if a tank come down the streets in our community and they go after somebody, and you be like, oh, well, what did they do? They had to do something. But all of a sudden, the tank go to the next house, and then You be, well, they must have been a part of it. What happened?
Right.
Then they
Ain't
went
got
to the
nothing to do with
third
me.
house.
Hey.
Next thing, it's starting to get close to your house.
Hey, look.
And you not even in tune to who
Facts.
those people are or
Facts.
what they, the children in there. So you don't have any empathy. You just thinking that they did something, but
until they get you.
Yeah, then all of a sudden, I didn't. Now about time to get on top of you.
Yeah.
Dang, like
I need help. Why ain't nobody coming to help me?
Like I said,
come on. You watch everybody
You
else?
was watching. It happened to the first 3 houses.
Don't get caught
and
looking.
it never hit you in the head that this was something that was coming up to get you too.
Facts with your looking ass.
Hey, like I said,
you can't. You got to just stop being a part of just watching things happen, and you have to, again, if you want change, you have to be a part of that.
Right. And I think that many people think that everybody is for change. And I think that it's a struggle, even for those neighborhood watch captains or for somebody to take that role on organizing or becoming a resource. That is not an easy task when things are not working well.
It's
like
not.
if you do it in a well-ran community where everybody is used to this idea, overall, it's easier than to do it to where you have to manifest the concept or reshape the concept. People are not going to be trusting in it. When I first started advocating, I cleaned up people's neighborhood.
Right. That you didn't even live in.
And like I said, that was just the idea to get to know them in a way of servitude.
Absolutely.
So the minute I started doing that, I didn't ask for anything. I just would say, hey, I'm here, Tory Lowe. I made up the date, Urban Cleanup Days, that we translate now on the truth as a cleanup, as a to honor all of those years that I went around cleaning up neighborhoods.
The Tory Lowe cleanup.
And yeah, so what I'm saying is that was just me. It wasn't about picking up the paper.
No, it was
about getting to know the people in the lowest servitude idea.
Period. And letting them know that I love you enough to come clean up your yard.
Not even that, just how else are you going to get to somebody in a way where they don't feel get on the defense?
Yeah, right.
So if I'm here to just pick up something, I can't put you on the defense.
Facts.
Who's gonna?
You picking up more paper than me.
I feel threatened.
Right.
No, so it was a strategy to get to them without putting somebody on the defense or knocking on the door trying to throw some information in their mind or trying to say, hey, I'm here to discuss this.
Right.
No, cleaning up, they would look out the window and see me cleaning up their neighborhood, and then they'd be like, thanks. And I would leave. I would say, God bless you. And I did it over and over and over and over for many years to make, hey, look, I'm here to serve. And I'm here, I don't want nothing from you. I just want the community to look better. And then all of a sudden I noticed that second year when I came around, because I would do it on social media. And then the second year when I came around, they had their kids ready.
Facts.
And then the people would call me to come and do my neighborhood, do my block. And then some of the rappers would have me come and do their block. Salute to Ghost Town. We had the Hood Challenge, Clean Your Hood Challenge.
Right.
And so it just became something that was so easy to do that show that we can help each other. And at the end, when we got that neighborhood clean and all those trash bags was
you feel good.
They felt good. And
absolutely.
The neighborhood stores would get involved and give juice to the kids and chips. And it was just
fellowship.
And the more I did it, the more people that got used to it. And the surprising thing was, so when the drummer kicked off after doing all of that hard labor to break the ice, I call it an icebreaker. You know, that's when I started the seeds of becoming the most requested advocate, because they trusted that I would come and make change and help.
Absolutely. And that's the most powerful thing, now that we doing it now. You see the elders who can't come out and pick up paper, but they'll come out on the top porch and they'll thank us.
Right.
They'll send the kids out, or the families will come out themselves and start picking up. Because again, after you do a good deed, I'm telling you, it's something about the DNA, the frequency that you feel good when you do something good. And that's how you know the difference between your self-conscious of that higher self and that lower self. Because when you do good deeds, good things happen, and you make certain connections. I met so many people on these cleanups that it's amazing. I'm talking about right now, I'm truly friends with one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we connect, make sure our family's good. When something going on in the city, I call and make sure they good. They call and make sure I'm good. I mean, it's community. It's unity.
Right. And I'll say this. I had to come in that way because they had already been traumatized all the other ways, through religion, through politics, through gang, the gang members, through the shootings, through the violence. So thank God that God gave me the wisdom and understanding, because people looked at it. I ain't picking up nobody garbage.
Facts.
But when you have a understanding of I'm just trying to do something to show them that we're here to work. Period. Without having them to be on the defense or suspect that you're trying to take my money or rope me into being a member or something. Come on. It was just that simple.
Ain't nothing like having something clean. Ain't nothing like having something decent. And like I said, you have to become what it is that you claim you needed or you wanted. Right. And so when you see children and you rear them in the way of picking up the paper, because the majority of the time it's the kids throwing it out because they see the grown folks throwing it out. Then don't nobody give a damn.
Well, I'll say this. I've seen better ran neighborhoods and people walk through them neighborhoods, they won't drop nothing on the ground.
No.
Because the atmosphere and the energy is there. And that when they walk into better ran concepts, they fall in line just from the energy. Absolutely. Just from the way it looked, just from the ideal of how they see it and perceive it. Absolutely. But when you get to neighborhoods where it's not well organized or the concepts are not there, they'll just throw the bag of Wendy's or whatever on the ground because that's the energy, the vibe. Facts. And I was trying to tell somebody, the moment people got things clear, they felt so good, and then they fought harder to keep it like that. Absolutely. And then if they felt the ownership of just being a part of that community, so when things would happen to where it would make it look different, they would fight. They would try to keep it beautiful, Yeah. And so I think that many times we have to be more ideal-based. Yes. Because I think a lot of people don't understand the power and concepts of imagination and ideas. And when you're cleaning, I remember my grandma used to clean the house on Sundays. And then you smell the food cooking. And I would want to help because I would want to help her clean the house so I could eat. That part. So she could give me a couple extra biscuits, you know what I mean? But not only that. And just to smell the Pine Sol and hear the Williams brothers on the gospel songs, the Mississippi Mass Choir was playing. And then after that, she had the food done, and it was just...
Man, you eat good, you get in the tub, you sleep good. Right. You know what I'm saying? You eat good, clean good, you sleep good, you feel good, you wake up, and you go do some good. Ain't nothing like a clean house. You know what I'm saying?
And that's not even rocket science.
Come on, man.
But when we come back, Truth Nation, we going to head back to the housing, Elizabeth Brown.
Here we go.
We're going to talk about it because there's
new management.
A lot of things going on in the city at the end of the year that we've been talking about and discussing.
Let's get it.
But now I guess they got the paperwork.
Yeah, and it ain't looking good.
We're going to talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
Are you an African-American, Black, or Hispanic adult with type 2 diabetes? Do your sugars run high? The University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016 and ask for Delicia about Enrich.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Happy holidays!
عيدكم سعيد.
Wesołych świąt! Mabuhay!
Nawad, iyo barwako.
Felices fiestas. No matter how it's said, happy holidays from your friends at Gruber Law Offices.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
What's good, y'all? This is 101.7 The Truth's Telly Hughes, and I am Milwaukee. The goal of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is to provide a platform for citizens of Milwaukee and Truth Nation to have their voices heard about concerns that have daily direct impact. So join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Can take his place.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Elizabeth Brown in studio. Elizabeth Brown, we got a lot of things that we've been talking about the whole year.
Hey.
And going into 2025, hey, it got my eyebrow, one of my eyebrows up higher than the Rock.
I ain't got no more eyebrows.
From WWE.
I'm drawing mine.
I got the Rock eyebrow up on this.
Hey.
I'm trying to tell you, it just seems to me that people that know how to do the spin,
come on,
they just gonna keep you spinning.
I'm telling you, the fugaziness.
And they gonna keep winning.
Yeah.
The housing, SDC,
yes,
MPS. We can be distracted by Diddy and Jay-Z and the politics and who won the election.
The real suffering,
but
right here.
What's going on the block, in the neighborhood,
is egregious.
It's diabolical.
Come on.
It's diabolical. And I guess they opening up the doors back at SDC. They're under new management. I had to talk about that. I read it on the air. The thing that's, if you go by the SDC, they got the thing on the door. They got the saying. They're excited to announce the SDC is under new management and preparing for a grand opening. Not like they saying it's a grand opening in the same building.
It's brand new. It's a reopening.
They don't even say reopening.
Exactly. They're saying just a grand opening.
But this is what they trying
to... Like we
This
stupid.
is what I'm trying to tell you. This is the words that they say.
Come on, man.
So even with that being said...
The disrespect.
They saying that it's under new management and preparing for a grand opening. Who wrote this?
I don't know who wrote it.
We trying to figure out what happened? All right, so... And they said, we appreciate your patience during this transition, and we look forward to welcoming you soon. Stay tuned for updates as we get ready to serve you better than ever.
The misleading.
That's all I'm saying.
This
is marketing.
Absolutely.
And the one thing about Milwaukee is we gonna make it sound good and look good. You may not get the outcome, but the story they know how to spin.
Oh, absolutely.
And the spin is there. And not only with the SDC, not only with MPS, not only with the housing. You know what I mean? These are three major components that we've been talking about all year that affects thousands and thousands of us that live on the north side too.
Absolutely.
Now the south side, the south side, Pulaski and South. I think that was Pulaski and South Division or whatever.
No, that was Pulaski.
Pulaski and Bayview.
Bayview.
they got a little taste of the medicine of the paperwork not being done and the kids having to miss out on a playoff opportunity.
Absolutely.
But what I'm saying is the way that they spin it, so you can keep it moving.
Absolutely.
It's diabolical.
Ain't nothing going on right here. I'm not doing nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Look over there. You know, it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? It's throwing the rock, hiding their hand type thing. But just the wording alone, you know, should be sued. They should be sued for that.
Well,
grand opening. You were just shut down abruptly. Okay, you were still owing people money. Like, you messed over the money. Now you telling the same people who taxes you messed up last year, right now, just in time for taxes, we gonna be opening up for y'all to come.
So you
bring
think
us
they
y'all
back
taxes.
to do the taxes again?
Man, look, that's what they said.
The taxes is back.
Hey, that's what we gonna do y'all taxes.
The tax attack.
That part.
Wow.
At tax time. Now it sound like that abusive mate who said they was gonna flip your taxes last year.
They still falling for that?
Apparently.
Hold on, they still falling for that?
Apparently.
I thought that, that flipping thing was already exposed.
SDC picked it up. What they saying.
All right, so all I'm saying is this 2024, we've tried to cover what was happening really affecting the lives.
Absolutely.
Not only did we talk about it, we were on the front lines
the whole
dealing
time.
with it.
The whole time.
Okay. So it ain't like we saw this on the news, we want to talk about it. We was standing there dealing with it with the people.
Hey.
So all I'm going to say is this. There's been enough examples to show that you don't have to have a conversation about it.
Come on.
If you got any common sense, an
inkling.
Do we got time to play the video? We got to run the break. When we come back, we got the video of the housing. This was a story done by TMJ4, investigative story on how the mayor possibly had the information and
knew
didn't
the whole time.
Get it out to the people.
Allegedly.
I'm just saying, this is what they saying. This is what TMJ4 is putting out
But
here.
ain't that's what we said?
Sometimes they got to listen to.
Hey.
All right. Well, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Truth Nation, there's a critical need for more African-American blood donors in Milwaukee, and we want to encourage you to help save lives by donating blood.
This is why we ask you to join us on Friday, December 20th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we have partnered with Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin for a blood drive with your favorite truth shows broadcasting live on site.
Come watch Truth Be Told with Telly. The Truth with Sherwood Hughes and Jim with Juice with Ben Jamin and Carrie Noting Juice live from the Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin.
That is right, y'all. So join us on Friday, December 20th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. for our Truth Blood Drive.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/thereason to get started.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This Associated Bank Sports Update at 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESP Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snime. The 9th-ranked Marquette Golden Eagles open up Big East play on Wednesday night as they knocked out Butler by a final score of 80-70.
M. Jones, nice pass, Gold wide open. He stuffs it. That was a power bullet pass of 45 feet from midcourt to right under the basket.
With the win, MU improving to a record of 10-2 on the season. After the game, head coach Shaka Smart on what helped prevail his team to victory despite a rough shooting performance.
Our guys did a really good job winning, as we say, the spiritual battle, like just having a great spirit, even when the ball wasn't going in, even when Telford banked in a 3 in the first half, just kind of sticking with each other and sticking with our process.
And staying with college hoops, UW Green Bay falling once again, this time to Michigan Tech by a final score of 72-70. The Phoenix now just 2-12 on their season. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
God knows. I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on, honey, and all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet. Couldn't try me.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Elizabeth Brown in studio.
Hey, yo.
Elizabeth Brown is going down.
It's definitely
at the housing.
Down. Absolutely.
Hey, salute to TMJ Ford, the investigative reporter that's just trying to break it down with the open records request about just giving us an insight,
man,
on
what we already knew.
Right, because we were saying,
hey, the mayor knew.
We were saying these folks was just shucking and jiving.
Man. He never had a comment.
But
we knew.
If y'all watching this, we broadcast live on YouTube. We got some video from this article. I just want to get right into it.
Let's do it.
So bad you can't sit out on your patio.
Someone came behind me at gunpoint and took my purse.
Now, emails obtained by TMJ4 News show just how involved the mayor's office has been with this troubled agency. Jenna Ray investigates.
I was visiting my family. We had an outstanding Thanksgiving. And so over the Gulf of Mexico, in my brother's backyard with a jacuzzi and a swimming pool. So I said, this is pretty nice.
That is Willie Hines, the head of the housing authority of the city of Milwaukee. He's been raking in about $250,000 a year, a salary that's paid for by you. Days after he announced his retirement, he shared how he came to that decision while on vacation.
With a jacuzzi and a swimming pool.
All while residents say they've been living in squalor.
The rats are so bad you can't sit out on your patio. Bed bugs in the washer, the dryer on the floor.
We're not even safe in that apartment. In 2023, dozens living in public housing, with the help of local nonprofit Common Ground, banded together with one thing in mind: change.
What we've seen in the past
is Hackham doing a good job of saying they're going to resolve these problems and then not following up.
We are not going to quit.
I was there when the fight before city leaders ramped up. Since then, I visited Hackham properties.
You just don't feel safe.
Listened to people's concerns.
Everybody have a heat.
And held those at the top accountable.
Send a letter and we'll respond.
I just don't understand why you won't do an on-camera interview with us. We've asked for an on-camera interview several times. What is tangibly being done to fix this?
Yeah, there are a number of fixes that Willie is actually leading over at the Housing Authority.
That statement by the mayor of Milwaukee was a year ago. Since then, the Department of Housing and Urban Development forced Hackham to outsource its largest housing program, Section 8. In May, the Department of Neighborhood Services started inspecting the agency's properties after Common Council voted for more oversight. The city's attorney gave the okay for Milwaukee police to cite Hackham properties over nuisance and safety concerns. In August, tenants sued the agency over a bedbug infestation.
Bed bugs, I have them. This morning, I picked one out of my ear.
In October, a report released by the federal government deemed the agency as troubled, the same label it got 2 years ago under the leadership of Willie Hines. The report lays out how Hackham is failing to provide high-quality housing, accurate financial reporting, and may not be in compliance with federal and state laws.
The report that you read as well showed a lot of confirmation of the things that we suspected that were going on in Hackham.
The report was given to Hackham and Mayor Cavalier Johnson on October 18th. 1 month and 1 day later, Hines submitted his retirement.
Is this why you're retiring?
No, that's not why I'm retired. Again, I went to the retirement office 5 years ago. Those are very serious allegations and serious challenges, serious findings. And Hackham are committed to working to address those matters.
Matters tenants say they're still experiencing every day.
When I first moved here, I didn't have bed bugs. Our building is ran like it's a prison. Our manager act like she's a warden.
Since 2019, Hackham's been operating without a full board of commissioners, which the feds say is the crux of the agency's issues.
Living here really is draining.
The report states the appointment of board members seemed to be a low priority for former Mayor Tom Barrett and current Mayor Johnson.
When I was elected mayor in 2022, I actually made not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 appointments to the Housing Authority Board.
When I asked the mayor for an interview about Hackham's progress over the last year, he declined. Here's what he said 2 months before the HUD report came out.
I think that we're moving forward in a positive way over at the Housing Authority, yes.
Open records requests made by Common Ground to the city show over the last year, the mayor and his staff have been involved in day-to-day Hackham business, like text messages between Hines and the mayor's policy director discussing electricity in buildings, and emails to the mayor's chief of staff about board meetings, appointees, and progress with HUD. Even discussing statements that could, quote, give reporters another reason to write about Hackham's challenges, with the mayor's spokesperson adding, I'm not as enthusiastic about clarifying the record or defending ongoing operations. Reporters previously asked Johnson what he knows about Hines' retirement.
I don't know how old Willie Hines is or when he's going to retire or anything like that. Is silly, and I think it's Trumpian.
When Hines publicly announced his retirement earlier this month, he did it in the mayor's office, with the mayor at his side.
Why he's standing by Hines and not standing on the side of residents, I don't know.
Do you think he should be speaking on it?
I do. He's been a part of this, even though he's tried to deny. Why don't we hold him accountable as well?
Accountability, a publicly made promise from Hackham's new board.
We have, as commissioners, have committed to each other to always do what we believe to be in the best interest of our residents.
Well, since we've been organizing with Common Ground and we have media, the pressure has been applied to them. We feel a little better.
As residents ring in the new year, hoping for safer living conditions and praying for change, Willie Hines will head into retirement, bringing in more than $11,000 a month for the rest of his life.
Hey.
Since that report was released.
Money, 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 money.
This absolutely. Where is?
Hey.
these people need to go to jail. Like there should be, they should be locked
I don't know
up.
if it's a crime to steal taxpayers' dollars. I don't know if it's
Let me hold $1, Tory.
Hey, I don't know if it's a crime to steal the money because there's a lot of money being stolen and ain't no
nobody,
handcuff.
hey, look here. Because who
saying.
working for who? You know what I'm saying? This is straight up robbery. Like, this is criminal. We talking about criminal enterprises. Chevy.
And they
what
said
you
that it
talking
was
about,
money,
Willis
millions,
Johnson,
a couple million missing.
Look here.
And so this is the logic
And
here.
the city is in the red still.
But this is the logic here, Elizabeth Brown. If 2.5, how do you know how much is missing?
If you don't know it.
If you don't know where it went.
Talk about it.
Okay.
Make it make sense.
Because I know when they crack down on the regular folks, they going to check your bank account.
Hey.
And they going to see the money that hit the account, the wire
Facts.
fraud, all of that go on.
Facts.
You telling me that you know it's $2.5 million missing from an agency.
Up in smoke.
Okay, it had to come into the agency, first of all.
Hey, we
okay,
know.
so did it
Wire
go out?
connections.
Hold on. Did it come out of the bank? So why don't you follow where it went?
Or is this just physical money?
No, it's not cash.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
didn't
That's
just
what I'm
come with a
saying.
big suitcase of cash and be like, it's $2 million.
Follow the
Here go
wires.
$2 million, y'all, in cash.
Follow the money that's being wired through these accounts. Again, it's clear.
That's
it's,
all
it's
I'm
simple.
saying. So why ain't the investigation looking through the wire and who got the money? There go the person right there.
Hey, look here.
It sounds like they not trying
I'm
to
like
find
the
the money.
Chicagoans. Trump, DOJ, where y'all at? Like,
Right.
we definitely need audits on all of these individuals, everybody connected, everybody. Again, these are the same people that we're talking about that receive raises. Cavalier Johnson got a raise, okay, while he was out here on the campaign trail and his own house is burning. This is the person that's leading this community that's failing the elders, failing the youth, and just failing the community in totality. And this the same individual.
Wait a minute, hold on. How he failing and they asking him to come speak to the kids?
Well, we already know what that is.
I'm just saying.
We
Hey,
already know what it is.
Well, I'll say this, Liz, because
We know what it is.
I don't think that when you talk about money being missing and mismanagement on the north side, I think that, this could have never happened in Sherwood. This could have never happened in, New Berlin, where they gon', make you pay the price for stealing and doing all this stuff. I mean, I think that when we just hear it, and then
let it go.
We just go on to something else.
It's so much suffering in our community because, see, Ken and Karen ain't having it.
Right.
They'd have been down at the city hall up in arms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? If Karen get to shedding tears,
it's a wrap.
It's
it's up in flames.
The Army, the National Guard coming.
Hey, a white woman
just
tears.
saying.
Hey, at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, just because we're suffering don't mean that you can still continue to violate us like we're being violated. And again, this has came out. Salute to Jenna Ray.
Right. Salute to Jenna Ray for the investigation.
Hey, look
Open
here.
records request.
She out here working.
And the thing is, this is what we need, because I think many times, because I say that I talk about this all the time.
Real talk.
But many times when you have investigative reporting to back up a lot of things, we see this is nothing new. This is just now it's starting to develop.
Come on.
But I'm ahead of the curve. I was reposting videos of me going after Barada properties.
Come on.
Going after the housing.
Same.
Hack them.
Usual suspects.
I got real sweat equity in a lot of these situations. But what I'm saying is the people, I'm at the point where I gotta look the people in the face at this point.
Hey, the people, we gotta look our own self in the face.
I gotta look the people in the face and say, what are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do? What the hell are we doing? Because again, we can't get mad as a person giving us BS if we open for it. If we open to it. If we allowing this individuals to come in the same schools that our children are failing in, the same schools that's pumping lead water through the bubbles.
And didn't even want to talk about that. We had to fight to get that information out to the public.
Matter of fact, when he came in here for the 2.3 seconds, he still ain't gave a meeting, and they say a man is as good as his word.
And he ain't even want to have a meeting.
You was gonna
now I
have
see why he ain't having a meeting.
That part. Now he on the run now.
Hold on. Now I see why he didn't want to have a meeting that we was trying to have. Because he was working trying to cover up Willie Hines. Because he had the paperwork in October.
He was ditching and dodging. dodging.
He was ditching and dodging.
But he was out here on the campaign trail, boots on the ground for Kamala Harris. You know what I'm saying? He was all at the parties. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
He was getting. I want to see how much he got paid for that.
He could have been plotting his next move on getting up out of here.
He was.
And you ain't got to worry about. You ain't got to worry about how much you're getting paid because he got a raise. We know how much he getting now because when the year started, he upped his pay at $20,000.
I'm just tripping on how he said Willie. I don't know when Willie. Like, that sounds like a joke. You calling him Willie because you already knew what he was on. They asked you these questions, and you said it was going in the right direction. So do you need glasses? Because you said it was going in the right directions.
All I'm saying is this is supposed to be the CEO of the city, the mayor. And he vouching for people like this. He vouching for this. And you know me. You know how hard it is for me to sit around and listen to people talk. Because I don't trust they judgment for the betterment of the group. So I already know.
A man as good as his word.
And the thing is, people don't get in positions in the city because of their word.
No.
They get in the positions because they have been selected and now they've been elected.
To turn their head.
Hey.
You selected. Not because you're great at the job, because they know you a crook too.
I don't know. All I'm saying is when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, we're going to have more conversation.
Let's do it.
Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline, and he will tomahawk it home with his right hand.
From conversations on the airwaves.
We're going to defend every board up the floor and every bounce and every pass. And we've got good depth, and you have to have good depth for the way we play.
To game highlights.
At the top, rises for three over Young and buries it.
Find The Roar on the Truth app, Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts to keep up with Panthers hoops.
It's almost that time. The Black and Diverse Gala featuring the pitch finale, Thursday, December 19th, 5 to 9 p.m. at the Deco. The Wisconsin Black Chamber is about to change another life and award the first place winner of the pitch finale with $10,000. Second place, $7,000. Third place, $3,000. There will also be great food, a wine tasting of the wines made by our Black Winemaker Chicago Day Trip participants, entertainment, vendors, networking, and just an all-around great vibe. Join the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce in celebrating another great year at our Black and Diverse Gala featuring the pitch finale. Tickets go on sale November 22nd. Visit twbcc.com to purchase tickets so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Backed by popular demand, Shawnee's Exquisite Catering is once again taking your holiday gathering to the next level. And not only are they bringing back their traditional holiday meals, but they're adding something new and just as delicious: seafood dressing. And of course, they'll have their family meal deal. Book now for fresh, flavorful dishes that will make your holiday season unforgettable. Pickup and delivery is available as well, so all you have to do is enjoy your holiday. Contact Shawnee's Exquisite Catering at 414-216-3469. Happy holidays.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. One call, that's all.
Prostate cancer screening is a simple blood test. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. If you want info on how to take action, the Prostate Cancer Foundation is here to help. Go to pcf.org today. Remember, it's your life, and it's a simple blood test. Get it done.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Sipping on that 1942, I got my 40 tuck. Oh, you got your 42. I got 40 of them. I rock Cardi's, you can't
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We almost at the top of the hour, but at the top of the hour, we got some stories for y'all to tap into. It's a lot going on. We're going to try to get to it, and it's the end of the year.
It is.
It's the end of the year. Let me tell you this. We got to stay vigilant and keep the head on a swivel, but we also got to make sure that our leadership is working to our benefit. When you cast your vote,
clean house.
When you have people in leadership, you got to make sure they not working against you.
For real.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. Because Willie Hines was we're not talking about just know anybody.
No.
We talking about
Career.
a common council president, a former alderman with years in politics.
Career
And this is how he go out. But this is how a lot of these career politicians go out. With the bag. With the 11
security.
Look, we talking about the disaster.
Yes.
But he said he was in the jacuzzi.
Hey, in Mexico.
Hey. And they asking him about the issues of housing, and he said, hey, I'm somewhere chilling.
Wow.
He letting you know the arrogance. Like, he knows something.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
He knows something we don't.
I'm going to be on the Riviera.
I think we ain't privy to what because if I wouldn't talk about how I was relaxing and enjoying myself, if I know I was I was a director of something like Hacker.
Egregious. Come on.
I wouldn't be like, hey, I'm out here chilling.
Come on.
Chilling like a villain.
Not only did you just say you was chilling, you broke down that it was a jacuzzi, that the weather was nice, it was a pool, must be nice. It must be nice. While the other elderly that you overseeing these properties are being ate up by bed bugs,
and the way he said
rats and rodents.
Look, the way he said it.
Look here, fam.
Listen to look at his face when he's saying this.
Look here, the disrespect is real.
I would say nothing about how I'm living.
Come on.
When people are living in the way
squalor.
that these elders.
Come on.
These ain't no young folk. These are the people on the back end of their life.
Come on.
I'm chilling in the jacuzzi. I'm out here having fun in Mexico.
That part.
I'm finna get $11,000 a month for the rest of my life. Y'all the ones need to get right. Y'all the ones didn't play the game
Facts.
right. Maybe he knows something.
Yeah.
Maybe him and Cavalier
sacrificed us.
Johnson know more,
You know they
that's
do.
why they got this certain arrogance
do.
or the way that they talking, during the press conference or responding to these situations where people's lives are going down the drain.
Absolutely. Cavalier, what you talking about, Willis Johnson?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? He got his raise. Matter of fact, he building his pension right now. This is how we're paying more taxes. We're being taxed to the max.
Hey.
For them to get their pension. And they sitting like fat rats eating all the cheese.
I'm going to tell you this. It's sick to watch. It's diabolical almost to see this live. And we watching it.
Talking about a genocide.
Hey, look. When we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Need a way to hype up your day?
It is Curly Q.
Curly Q, you are a valued listener. You are on our YouTube message board every morning. You are constantly commenting.
What would you do with $5,000?
I have a daughter that is a senior. She voted for the first time yesterday, and so we're planning for college. So this money is going to go to her.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Ray Riley with your news update. We've received the first case of a human infected with avian flu in the state. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services says the person was exposed to an infected commercial poultry flock in Barron County. Risk to the general public is low, but anyone who works with infected birds or has recreational exposure to them is at a higher risk. The DHS also reporting a bird flu case in a backyard flock in Kenosha County. Does not pose an immediate public health risk. As of now, the infected birds are being removed from both flocks. A school referendum could be on the ballot in Racine next year. The Racine Unified School Board is considering a $190 million operational referendum. The 5-year plan would be spent on early literacy, school safety, and high school academy offerings. The Racine Journal-Times says if the referendum were to fail, staff and programming cuts would be expected next year. The board will vote in January to determine whether the referendum will be placed on the April ballot. Unused offices could help provide affordable housing. Josh Jeffers, president of J. Jeffers & Company in Milwaukee, says demand for office space has plummeted since the pandemic, but a need for housing remains.
There has not been a lot of affordable housing development built in the downtown in the last 10 or 15 years. The downtown has experienced a huge boom in new housing development, so we feel like we might be able to bring a lot more affordability to downtown.
Jeffers says converting offices like the Clark Building on West Wisconsin Ave and North 6th Street are part of doing that. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the 3rd hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got the queen.
Hey, yo.
The advocate, the author, Elizabeth Brown, in studio.
Yeah.
What's happening?
You already know. We talking about the criminal enterprise that I call misleadership.
Well, we're going to take a break from that because I don't want my blood pressure to rise too high. It's cold outside. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things going on. Hey, y'all be careful out there.
Absolutely.
Y'all be careful out there because we may have a blizzard-like thing that's going on.
I know it's a little slick and slippery. So like I said, if you need to be somewhere, leave early and take your time.
We got the salt trucks out there. Did y'all see the salt? Hit me up in the chat if y'all seen the salt trucks rolling around.
Yeah, because I didn't.
Hey, they say sometimes they be late a little bit.
Hey, late better than never.
Right.
All I'm saying.
I'm just wondering, is they out there? I'm just asking. Because I heard complaints.
I was tiptoeing here.
I'm just saying.
It was real slick.
But I want to go to the situation that they're uncovering in Madison when it comes to the shooting, the recent shooting.
Yeah.
A California judge ordered a man to surrender his guns and ammunition after the police learned he messaged the teen who carried out the school shooting in Wisconsin. This is why I say you got to be careful and monitor your child because you don't know who could get in their ear. What ideas, especially with the phone,
with the web,
you know, even with video games, people talking back and forth on video games too, and befriending your child through these games. Everything is online now, and now we're finding out that there's a man that is tied to California, that may have planted some seeds or kind of.
He said he was plotting,
right? What he was
run
trying
up
to
on
do,
a government building. And with explosives and
that's
allegedly.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So a judge has ordered for him to surrender his guns and any ammunition he got.
That part.
Because they trying to find a way to stick you.
As they should.
But like I said, this is where we living in times where I tell people all the time, no matter what's going on, check those phones, look at these apps. If your kid has access to online communication, check in the chat to see what's going on, how they dealing with that, because you never know.
Knowing is prevention. You need to know what's going on, you know. And the sad reality is when we think about what's transpiring, and then I'm hearing the conversations, you know, that the better ran communities, they're having issues with getting metal detectors.
Right, and we've been having metal detectors this whole time.
Saying something about, you know, it make them feel criminal.
Or like it's a jail, like they feel like they in prison or something.
Absolutely, but at the end of the day, what I'm saying is half of the school shootings been white individuals that's doing the shootings. Y'all should have been had these technologies.
That's what I'm saying.
Been on us.
Join the club.
They've been on us.
Right.
Get comfortable, you know?
Hey, but they got the police walking around our schools, and they got the metal detectors since I've been in school.
Since I've been in school. I'm to the point where we had to have clear book bags at South Division.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like we was getting patted down the whole line every day.
I'm just saying. Now that it's like what 2024 going into 2025, and we got a group of people out here, you know, to saying, "Hey, this feels." We were saying that back then when it first happened.
And what's sad is
but
y'all
they really need it.
Come on,
because the suburbs really
kids.
need it. The state kids, they bringing the guns and shooting up the school.
It's the 2-parent homes, well-to-do neighborhood, manicured grass.
Right.
It's y'all kids that's shooting up the school.
Hey,
you dig what I'm saying?
Well, we got this situation that with the man from California.
Okay.
I want to play some video on this and some audio on this. If y'all watching us as we broadcast live on YouTube, let's listen.
Still unclear how the shooter in Wisconsin knew the man here in Carlsbad. We're also still working to find out where and when the 20-year-old was planning his attack. A Carlsbad man is accused of communicating with the Madison, Wisconsin school shooter. According to the Associated Press, the 20-year-old man told FBI agents he had been messaging with 15-year-old Natalie Rupnow about attacking a government building with a gun and explosives. Per the AP, a California judge issued the 20-year-old a gun violence restraining order, which requires him to turn in his guns and ammo to police within 48 hours or sooner if asked by an officer if he poses an immediate danger to himself or others. According to the order, he told the FBI that he'd been messaging with Rupnow and was plotting a mass shooting with her. The man's identity has been made public, but ABC 10 News is not naming him yet since he hasn't been charged with a crime. The mass shooting in Madison, Wisconsin Monday left a teacher and a student dead. 2 other students who were shot are still in critical condition. Police say Natalie Rupnow then turned the gun on herself. A motive for the shooting is still under investigation. We did reach out to the Carlsbad Police Department, who referred us to the FBI. We're still waiting to hear back. Reporting in Carlsbad, Laura.
Now, the plot thickens.
Hey, it's time to have real conversations. And we stated on the Tory Lowe show when, you know, the feds put out that list saying that, you know, the domestic terrorism was going to be white males, but this was a white female. But, you know, when you do the math.
All I'm saying is when we talk about these things and somebody goes that far to do something drastic, when they start doing the digging, you'll find out that there was an influence or somebody that was kind of like that knew what was going on or was discussing this thing. And we talk about how our children engage online all the time. And I'm going to tell you right now, there are predators online. Everything is online now.
Yes.
And the children can be right in the house. And I will keep driving this point until the day I leave broadcasting, is that you got to be mindful of you can't, back in the day, we could look outside and see the kids and
who pulling
and who
up
was going, what was going on. You could look out the window. But you can't, it ain't no window to see what's in social media. You got to be super active now to protect your child, because influence and peer, I remember my granddaddy was like, don't hang out with them boys across around the corner because you're going to end up in jail.
Facts.
And, they can see with the activity. They can see how they was moving, and then they can say, okay, because due to their experience, their life experience, we may not have understood why they said it, but they was more older and more mature, and they could see what they was doing, and they'll say, hey, leave that alone because it's going to end up not being a certain way. Well, with social media, that's not the case. You don't know what you don't know what your kids is doing. You don't know who's preying on them. And right now, it's very pivotal to understand that we're in an era where a lot of older people is not techie. The majority of elders is or us Gen X's and stuff, like, we're not techie. We giving our kids these up-to-date iPhones, which if you sneaking, if you creeping, they got apps that can mimic another app.
Not only that, Tory, with the iPhones, if you don't want your significant other to see certain things on your phone, there's a app inside the iPhone where it can go invisible, where you only know. These kids know all of that.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So when you checking their phone, they know that it's going to disappear.
I remember a girl went missing, and the dad had the phone.
I remember that.
The dad took the phone from her a month before she went missing. But she was always on her phone. And so when I got to the situation, I said, where's her phone? And thank God that there were signs.
Come on.
And the dad took the phone.
Yep.
Because and he was living in Chicago. He wasn't even living in Milwaukee.
Right.
So he drove up from Chicago with the phone. And I know all about the apps and how they do it because, over time and dealing with these situations, I just kind of got a knack to how they do things. All I did was go on the phone, look at the, if it's something in these phones where if you talk to somebody a lot, they'll be in your top friend face. And if you got to look in this certain space on the phone, but you'll see the top 5 people that they talk to all the time. So I went and looked at that, and there was a name that her sister or one of her best friends had said, and he was in that one of those circles with his picture. And then that's when I clicked on the thing, and he lived in Indiana. He had came and got her and took her to Indiana.
See?
So we used that information to call the Indiana police, and they went over there, and then she was there.
See? And that's what I'm saying. So this is what we're talking about. Like, technology, it's a blessing and it's a curse.
Right.
It could save a life, and it could be the cause of somebody losing their lives or, your child getting preyed on. So we have to make sure that we stand in the loop to stay on top of it, because technology is constantly moving. And when you're surrounded by children, you got to know everything going on.
That's why I said I didn't want to be like my grandmama.
Facts.
When technology got advanced, she called me to come and do it.
Yeah.
And even with the VCR, I remember when the VCR first came. And rest in peace to the VCR.
The beta
is gone. It's almost a dinosaur.
Yeah, CDs.
DJ Brother Z, was you around when the VCR was cracking?
Yeah, I had a couple of VCR.
Okay. I thought you made it to the CD
to
the CD player. Yeah. Okay. Well, he got a little hair on his chest.
What about the little Walkman? Did you know anything about a Walkman?
I didn't have like a Walkman, but I had like an actual CD player that if you would hit a bump on the road, it would skip.
Yeah, okay. See, we had the one where you put the tape in.
Well, all I'm saying is that technology, my grandmother did not want to advance. So every time something new technical came in, even if I had to just go up there and push the play button, just that one push to play the color purple. She had the color purple in there. She's always watched the color purple. I don't know why. And I remember when Monsters Ball came out, and the whole community wanted to see Halle Berry because she won.
She did.
She won the what's that, a
Monsters
Grammy?
Ball. Yep, an Emmy.
An Emmy or something like that. She won one of the prestigious awards from the Monsters Ball.
The way she got treated.
So everybody who loved Halle Berry wanted to watch Monsters Ball
to see why.
So Grandma had me because that was a movie that Puff Daddy was in that movie.
Was he?
Yeah, wasn't Puff Daddy? Puff Daddy was in jail in that movie.
Oh, wow.
How ironic.
How ironic.
Hey.
But what I'm saying is, I had to push play and forward it to the part where Billy Bob Thornton just make me feel good, that part.
Man.
And I'm a little kid, like I'm young, and I've had, because people wanted to see it. It was everybody was coming over and everybody was talking about it. So I noticed that my grandma just was not trying to, be technical, you know what I mean? But I said that gave me a lot of power because I knew how to work all the technical
and
stuff.
keep certain things from her.
And so I never wanted to have children and let them have that kind of advantage over. So I'm always digging through everything and trying to figure out at least the basics.
Me too.
Just I don't need to go and live on it. Right. I just want to know the general idea of how it operates. So if I have to go over there and maneuver it, I know what to do and how to try to dig if I have to.
Yes.
Right? So this is why I say it's important for us to really understand how I was talking about how much does technology play a part in your day-to-day life. And it's taking over.
It's taking over.
And these kids, what they call them the iPad babies.
Yeah.
This the iPad baby generation.
Yeah. And they flipping out too. And check them games too. I wasn't a game type person, but when my daughter got interested, I was like, let me see what's good. Because right now they talking about you can sell your soul on one of the little games. Yeah.
Oh, like one of those Minecraft games? Or
no,
something?
it's one of the big ones because my nephew was playing it. I had to send it to my sister.
What game is that, DJ Brothers?
I don't know. I haven't.
It's all kinds of games that get with the soul.
It's the big one with the shooting. What's the,
I'm at the type.
Are you thinking of Fortnite?
Fortnite.
Yeah.
That can't be.
I'm telling.
The DJ Brothers, they play Fortnite.
So does Benjamin.
So you saying that they sold their soul on the game?
Hey, they say you're able to.
I know that you can. This is what I know you can do on there. Run up a credit card.
I know. My nephew did it.
You better be careful. You better be careful. You
did it.
They kids will get that credit card to get them skins in a minute and get that little. This is where I knew gaming took a turn when you could use the credit card to buy stuff inside the game.
Yeah, it's on Fortnite, DJ Brother Z. I'm finna send you this link.
Send them the link and see if we can get some audio on it. Eastside Corey, we're going to run the Eastside. Let's get Eastside Corey on the lines. Eastside Corey on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Lord have mercy. God have mercy.
Salute,
I feel like I'm 80 years old. Hey, Queen, girl, your finger is on the pulse of the last 15 minutes. I'm like, show you right. Oh, Lord, you right. Oh, Lord. Because, look, let me turn it around for you. This stuff happening out east in New Jersey is the exact same thing you just talked about, only it's accelerating. It's too much information for us to handle. You want to know how everything's working? Bam. Here's the information. If your brain can't handle it, too bad. We handed the car keys over to our kids, and they're driving the car. They don't even have a driver's license. Don't know how to drive. Don't know how to put it in park. Don't know how to put it in reverse. But we need to slow it down because it's going to run us into the ground.
Yes.
Okay? Keep doing what you're doing. The information you just gave me about the girl in Madison, first of all, can the reporters get used to saying female shooter? They can't even get over that.
Right. You're absolutely right.
It's for real. And let's talk about the games they're playing. How many people can I kill? It's not just zombies. It's people on the road. I can take this fake gun and start shooting people and score points. And it's not a game. It's for real.
It's that
simulation.
And so they're being monitored. And they're being somebody's communicating with them. We noticed your score, blah, blah, blah. We're from the government. Would you like to do this job for us? We'll make it real worth your time.
They normalizing it. You know, again, like with everything
it's
else.
For real, yo.
When it truly starts happening, you not panicking. You thinking, oh, it's just, that's normal. Like, no, it's not. It's not normal.
Black folks, wake up.
Hey.
Technology is running us all into the ground. Say no and stop it. Take the car keys away from the kids and stop paying that credit card bill.
Hey, some people got bad credit from these games.
Matter of fact, Visa and MasterCard right now is being sued because of they were overtaxing people, with the APR on the credit cards or whatever. So look into that too, y'all. Like, it's a lot going on.
Money there anyway.
It's a lot going on.
Gotta pay attention.
Hey,
love you.
Thank you for tapping in, Eastside. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. When we talk about our community and the things that are not happening, and we got to worry about the school education system, we worrying about the housing, the things that are outright on the news now because they can't hide it no more. They can't sweep it under the rug no more. While that's going on, the advanced technology is advancing every day.
Every day.
And we can't move forward to tackle one idea because we trying to get footing on the basic concepts of education and housing.
Hey, we getting hit from every angle. And this is why it's going to be pivotal for us to get back to the group mentality. This is why it's pivotal for us to make sure that we healing old wounds from each other because we're going to need each other. We're getting hit from every angle. And right now, we're going to need...
And thinking as individuals, it's going to continue to get worse.
Look here.
We already got the leadership going for there. Said they was in the jacuzzi while he was being asked a question.
They didn't sacrifice
This is a veteran. This is not just some regular person. This is somebody that's been in city government for the longest.
Know the ins
and look at his response to the media. I'm in the jacuzzi. I'm chilling.
In Mexico.
I'm having fun. I'm out here. I'm doing my thing.
Hey, looking at $11,000 a month.
You know
what
I mean? So what I'm saying is, this is why when I talk about this, it's important to have the leadership to be the reflection of how the community needs to function, instead of just placing people there because you may feel like, oh, I know I got this. They got these connections with these. They coming out of the same bunch. These elected officials coming out the same batch. That's why they're not saying nothing about their brothers that came out the same batch.
Because the blood on their hands, too. They guilty, too. They was a part of the robbery.
They are part of the same...
They know where the body's buried
ideas. They are part of the same agencies that put them there.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm not going to cross him, because I came up the way he came up.
Facts. And the same money that he about to get, I'm waiting on to get, and this is what I'm saying. When our children seeing that selling out pays.
Man, the $11,000 a month.
To sacrifice all of these other elders just for you to be one person, to live your best life while other elders your age is suffering.
And why would you say that to the media? Why would you say that to the media?
Cocky.
Why would you say that?
Cocky. Don't give a damn.
And the lady holding the bed bugs up in the
that she just got out of
in the jar. All right. If that don't tell you,
hey, how cocky
if y'all, Tory Lowe said this on the radio and that on the radio.
Right.
I'm showing y'all.
Yes, this man.
What's happening?
Hey.
And y'all got a problem. See, until you understand that you next, you ain't gonna never make a move to try to stop it.
That part.
Hey, look, when we come back, we got more to talk about when we get back. It's a lot going on. We're gonna try to get to it. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived. Drive with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
The Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, we're talking about up to $5 million, which for small business owners, we need that. That's like payroll, that's resources. So can you just let us know what is the program and why is this lending program so important to Old National Bank?
Years ago, our CEO, Jim Ryan, this program is his brainchild. He was working with Roland Shelton, who you know, Denise, out of Evansville, and they identified that African-American business owners, Hispanic business owners, Native American business owners, as well as women business owners had a difficult time in obtaining financing from the traditional credit partners. And so we went out, created a program, launched it last year in 2023. And so far last year, we have helped over 100 successful minority and women-owned businesses with about $25 million in loans. We've already started this year with almost $8 million in approvals, again, geared toward minority business owners and women business owners that normally had difficulties in obtaining traditional credit finance.
Truth Nation, there's a critical need for more African-American blood donors in Milwaukee, and we want to encourage you to help save lives by donating blood.
This is why we ask you to join us on Friday, December 20th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we have partnered with Varsity Blood Center of Wisconsin for a blood drive with your favorite truth shows broadcasting live on site.
Come watch Truth Be Told with Telly, The Truth with Sherwood Hughes, and Jam with Juice with Ben Jamin and Kerry Noting Juice, live from the Varsity Blood Center of Wisconsin.
That is right, y'all. So join us on Friday, December 20th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. for our Truth Blood Drive. Backed by popular demand, Shawnee's Exquisite Catering is once again taking your holiday gathering to the next level. And not only are they bringing back their traditional holiday meals, but they're adding something new and just as delicious: seafood dressing. And of course, they'll have their family meal deal. Book now for fresh, flavorful dishes that will make your holiday season unforgettable. Pickup and delivery is available as well, so all you have to do is enjoy your holiday. Contact Shawnee's Exquisite Catering at 414-216-3469. Happy holidays.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call and that's all.
They will do what they say they're gonna do. One call and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey.
What's that on that beat?
Second bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth is the proud home of Milwaukee Panthers basketball. We have Sunday matinee basketball on The Truth. The Milwaukee Panthers continue their homestead as they host the North Central College Cardinals at the Kalachi Center on UW Milwaukee campus. Scott Juarez has the coverage Sunday starting at 1:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sport Network. From Learfield, tip-off is set for 2 o'clock p.m. Truth Nation. We also have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 black businesses. Visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com to sign up today. Let's rebuild our community's backbone right here on The Truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC. Elizabeth Brown, so much to try to cover.
Oh, yeah.
But we gonna get to it.
Let's do it.
We got to stay right here in Milwaukee, Truth Nation. There's a situation, and when I saw this report, I was like, hey, people trying to get in where they fit in, you know. But when you get caught doing that,
hey, hand in the cookie
it may
jar.
be, you know, you may not like the end results.
Hey,
if
you know
it's,
what you signing
if
up
it's something
for.
shady, you know.
You know what you signing
up for. A Milwaukee woman is accused of performing dental work without a license.
Come on, man.
I'm finna get in your teeth.
That's too close to your head.
Without the license. She tried to do it. Lighthouse reporter Ben Jordan found that the state has been investigating the woman's practice for years.
Wow.
But only took action a couple months ago.
Ain't that a violation?
Hey, how many mouths she done messed? Maybe I don't know if she did a good job or not.
So you let her mess up people's mouths, and then you wait years later to crack down.
Hey, call the jewelry store and tell her, make me a grill. I don't know. But we got the video. If y'all watching this as we broadcast live on YouTube, let's listen.
To work in Milwaukee without a license.
Do you think calling yourself Dr. J is deceiving your customers?
It does, but every time I do get a customer in, I be sure to reiterate that to them that I am not a dentist.
Yeah, this is a pretty interesting investigation. Lighthouse reporter Ben Jordan found the state has been investigating this woman's practice for years now, but it waited until recently to take action.
The Wisconsin Dental Association calls this a rare but very concerning problem. A woman calling herself a doctor and illegally performing dental work, according to these state documents.
Hi, I'm Jess. Most of you know me as Dr. J.
Dr. J Dental Spa's social media showcases her services to more than 16,000 followers.
I don't know how you promote your business, but when it comes to mine, I am the best. Baby, I am the best.
Repairs to chipped teeth, tooth replacement, and cement crowns, to share a few. Her website lays out how much each option costs, like cosmetic braces for $800, all the way up to nearly $5,000 for a porcelain veneer smile. This cease and desist order from the state's Department of Safety and Professional Services warned about $10,000 daily fines and potential criminal prosecution 2 years after determining she was violating state law due to not having a license to practice. DSPS tells me they reopened their investigation this year after receiving 2 new complaints. State records prove she doesn't have a dentist or dental hygienist license, but when I showed up to her business on Teutonia Avenue, she defended her actions. What would you say to the people who complained about the services they were provided?
Like I said, I can't make everybody happy. I have over 700 patients or clients that I see.
What does the Wisconsin Dental Association have to say about this situation? And what is the state doing now in an effort to hold Stewart accountable? Join us tonight at 6 to find out. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ben Jordan.
Right. They cracking down on everything.
But I'm wondering if and see, this is what I'm saying. Okay, you cracking down on her, but we got Willie Hines. We got all of these. I guess they
cracking down on all of them. I guess.
How?
Well, they got the paperwork.
I want to see the state paperwork.
They holding on to the state.
Hey,
they ain't trying to put it out there for you.
File it. Like I want to see again. Get her, cause she out of line.
I got my response. Make me a grill. Yeah. That's what I need right here, you feel me? Because all I see was grills.
Man,
had a whole
that's
top
scary.
diamond in the bottom, rose gold. Hey, that's what she was doing. She was Dr. J?
Dr. J.
Hey, call Dr. J and tell her to make me a grill. Hey. Hey, that's what I'm trying to tell you. She turned up on them grills. All I'm saying is, here we go.
Here we go. But this is what I'm saying. If the individuals who are educated with the licenses are failing individuals, this is a person that don't have the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's good for the goose should be good for the gander.
Right.
Lock up the people who really got the credentials and failing the people. You dig what I'm saying?
Well,
because again,
I hope she ain't messed up nobody's mouth.
I hope she haven't either. Because
some people fronts need help. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Maybe she was trying to help the people that needed help with the fronts at a reasonable discount.
I'm surprised. Hey, look,
something reasonable.
Because that's big money. That's you play. But again, the city missing how many millions?
Hey, look.
Where Rico at? Where the feds at? Where the feds at?
Smile for me, Daddy. What you looking at? Let me see. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Come on. Let me see your crib. Hey, that's what she was on. Dr. J. Hey.
through the store until I make me a grip.
As a bull rider, I prefer to do things single-handedly. That's why I love the UW Credit Union app. Doggy! It lets me check accounts, make transfers and more on the go. And if I need an extra hand, UW Credit Union has 13 Milwaukee area branches. Yippee! So, if you want simple mobile banking, mosey on over to UW Credit Union. They're here for every y'all. Federally insured by NCUA.
Now is the perfect time to join the Nextdoor family. Whether you're a parent seeking the best for your child or a professional ready to make a difference. At Nextdoor, children thrive in small classrooms with 2 teachers, exploring art, music, and STEAM. With special needs support, family resources, and kindergarten readiness, every child gets the attention they deserve. And they're also hiring. Enjoy competitive pay, great benefits, and opportunities for personal and professional growth in a fun, welcoming culture. Make a real impact in the community. Join Nextdoor today, where every child, every family, and every team member matters.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Dr. Ken Harris with his truth.
An integrated strategy, including infrastructure, community involvement, education, enforcement, and legislative reforms. Yeah, we've kind of heard that before already. It can correct pretty much anything, right? They use it for everything except reckless driving in Milwaukee. I want you to consider this now. Expand the number of police officers in neighborhoods where reckless driving is happening, punish with fines, extended license suspensions, use speed and red light cameras. We need to inform people about the repercussions of reckless driving, and then we need to follow through with punishment. We need to continue to build speed bumps, roundabouts, narrow the lanes to help traffic slow down. And while you're at it, designate some space for bicycles and pedestrians only. We need to encourage the use of mobile apps to report reckless driving since you're on your phone anyway. And finally, promote local and state legislation that successfully combats irresponsible driving. Yeah, we've heard that before, but no. Just enforce the laws we already have on the books. And by combining this, Milwaukee drivers can enjoy a safe environment that lowers reckless driving, all the risks that come with it. Why? Well, this needs to be the Common Council and the city's primary focus. So perhaps next time there won't be that, dead on arrival traffic bill in Milwaukee Common Council or that traffic bill in state legislature. But then if you're driving, you might want to be careful. I mean, the next thing that's dead on arrival could be you.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. A report from earlier this year from the 12 regional Federal Reserve banks found that only 32% of black owners were able to secure a loan or line of credit, as compared with over 55% of white entrepreneurs. That lack of funding puts black business owners in a difficult spot, and that's where Momentous Capital wants to make a difference. It's a nonprofit that's actively looking to pour money into diverse-owned businesses. Iranilsa Lopez is Managing Director of Investments for Momentous Capital, and she talked about the types of businesses her firm invests in.
One of our investments is a healthy food distributor that works with diverse farmers in Virginia. Another one of our investments is a medical imaging company where our growth investment was used to grow and develop a telescan for maternal health screenings in healthcare deserts.
Momentous Capital is one of the largest diverse-led impact investment funds. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESP Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. The 9th-ranked Marquette Golden Eagles open up Big East play on Wednesday night as they knocked out Butler by a final score of 80-70.
M. Jones, nice pass, Gold wide open. He stuffs it. That was a power bullet pass of 45 feet from midcourt to right under the basket.
With the win, MU improving to a record of 10-2 on the season. After the game, head coach Shaka Smart on what helped prevail his team to victory despite a rough shooting performance.
Our guys did a really good job winning, as we say, the spiritual battle, like just having a great spirit, even when the ball wasn't going in, even when Telford banked in a 3 in the first half, just kind of sticking with each other and sticking with our process.
And staying with college hoops, UW Green Bay falling once again, this time to Michigan Tech. Zech by a final score of 72-70. The Phoenix now just 2-12 on their season. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos, Elizabeth Brown in studio.
Hey, yo.
We got another situation.
Looky.
It's scandalous out here. It's scandalous.
Hey.
Well, the HOP system manager is forced to resign. Now, this story been out here for a second.
For a minute.
The man in charge of the Milwaukee streetcar system, the HOP, was forced to resign back in October. Back when they got the Hackham report for Willie Hines in October.
Absolutely.
What's going on?
Hey.
October got a lot of stuff going on.
Treason.
Well, per internal records that show that the manager's alleged misconduct, it may have cost the city, the taxpayers, nearly $5 million.
And we already in the red.
Everywhere it's missing money.
Hey. The inner city paying for this,
wow.
And we ain't never wrote it.
Man.
Well, I wrote it.
I got on it.
I got on it.
I tried to stop it. I tried to stop it. I really tried to stop it.
We all did.
I took a petition with a group of people
to sign,
go around and sign to try to get them to not do it in the first place because it didn't go nowhere.
Come on.
But I guess you can ride past the Christmas lights now, I guess. Because now it's costing taxpayers $5 million. We got the Fox 6 News article on this if y'all watching as we broadcast live on YouTube. We got video. Let's listen.
Can you talk into the microphone?
Yep, sorry about that.
On October 10th, Andrew Davis Lockwood testified in support of the streetcar's proposed 2025 budget, which faces a $4 million revenue gap. 4 days later,
just a brief update.
He was gone.
Our prior streetcar operations manager is no longer employed with the city of Milwaukee.
A Fox 6 investigation finds the city gave Davis a choice: resign or be fired.
I had very little interaction with the guy.
Milwaukee Alderman Bob Bauman is chairman of the Common Council's Public Works Committee, but says he had nothing to do with it.
He was a mid-level manager, didn't have a lot of authority. It wasn't a big deal.
Records obtained by the Fox 6 investigators show Davis's performance had been under scrutiny since at least 2023, when he allegedly missed a federal grant deadline to buy a sixth streetcar. According to the records, that resulted in a potential $4.8 million loss to the streetcar system. The Department of Public Works now says they were able to file the application after all, but still didn't get the money.
Are you concerned about that? No, because obviously the money wasn't lost.
Last year, the city placed Davis on a so-called performance improvement plan. But in October, DPW once again accused him of misconduct and incompetent or ineffective performance, in part for failing to complete a required federal audit before going on paternity leave.
That's all news to me.
The new allegations came 3 weeks after a surprise DOT inspection found one of the city's 5 streetcars was operating with wheels worn to a state of near condemnation. On October 11th, DPW sent a letter of concern to Transdev, the private contractor that runs the streetcar, expressing a, quote, loss of confidence in Transdev's ability to operate the streetcar system safely. The letter cites a September 24th derailment at switch number 19 near Burns Commons, as well as 4 other derailments that it says Transdev did not properly report. DOT says worn wheels are a factor that leads to derailments.
I know nothing about that.
Are you concerned that you don't know?
Yeah, I probably should be concerned, but you know, that's Department of Public Works. They report to the mayor. They don't report to me.
A spokesman for Mayor Cavalier Johnson says the mayor was not a direct part of the decision-making process and referred us to DPW. But Commissioner Jarrell Kruschke declined our request for an interview.
I don't know that we'd want extensive reports about everything that may not be exactly right in every aspect of the city.
Bauman insists it's much ado about nothing.
Should the public be concerned? My answer is no.
As far as he's concerned, the hop is on the right track.
I'm perfectly comfortable with the safety record and safety of the streetcar.
Follow the money.
Former streetcar manager Andrew Davis Lockwood tells Fox 6 the misconduct allegations against him are false. Beyond that, he declined to comment. The general manager of Transdev did not respond.
Here we go. It's once again incompetency.
Suspects.
You know, listen to the key words in all of these things that we brought up today.
Yes.
I'm talking about in the investigative
facts.
The people on the outside that's looking into it. It's a reflection of the leadership that's mad. It's all of this. These people will not be able to do what they're doing if the leadership was actually
doing what they supposed to be doing.
If you got incompetent leadership, incompetent stuff gonna happen. And the money is missing from every story we played today. It's money. It's millions and millions. This is money that could have. This is money that could have been used to get up the potholes. This is wasted tax dollars that could have been used to better our neighborhoods and our streets and the things that we truly need. It's wasted, and nobody can tell us. They saying that the money missing, but they don't know where it went.
They just got raises. We was just talking about, they were saying they couldn't even pay the light bill for the street lights to come on. We didn't have fireworks because we ain't got no money. And here we have millions missing. And then you say that this man was a mid-level manager. Who hired this man? You sitting up here saying now he mid-level and you don't know nothing about it. You guilty too.
And you gave him another chance once you discovered that he was doing things that weren't right. Then y'all tried to keep him on.
This is a criminal enterprise.
Hey, hold on, Liz. Between the streetcar that we talked about and between Hackham, which is $2.5 million that nobody don't know what happened to.
Racks on racks on racks.
Between them two, that's
let's talk about it.
$7.5 million that nobody don't know what happened.
Hey. And the feds
that's on the city.
And ain't no handcuffs.
Just those two stories alone. And we ain't adding MPS.
That part.
We not. All I'm saying is every time we put a story out here, they putting it out here, money missing, but we never get the follow-up to who got the money. All right.
Where it went.
And this is my thoughts right now. Laundering.
Money laundering. Absolutely. Racketeering.
Some kind of laundering or something going on.
And then again, what's highlighted? Federal grant deadline was missed. They definitely missing deadlines. Everybody, the paperwork ain't never right. These are the ones
educated
that's the educated. These are the people that's supposed to be fit for the job. They went to the interview
met the requirements.
And they was chose.
Met the requirements of the job.
Look here, Cavalier. Talking about Willis Johnson.
Know how to use the computer, the IBM computer.
Look here.
All the little technical stuff that they be having on there. You be thinking, do you know how to work it?
Look here, David Crowley.
I'm just saying.
Look here, Uncommon Counsel. Okay, all of y'all failing. Okay.
Hey, where's the
Tony Evers? Where you at? Because you're supposed to be the head.
Well, he the governor.
Exactly.
And they dish. Okay, so if you dishing out the money, the taxpayers' money, and it's going to a bank and being issued to an agency, why are they not following where the rest of the transactions is going?
These are the people that's taxing us. They took our civic engagements to say what we should. Stop us from telling them what we want them to do with our tax dollars, and they still taxing us. These are the people that's.
They got a raise.
Took our civic engagement and they messing off the money.
And they incompetent. Every one of these reports say troubled, incompetent, mismanagement, and money missing.
And all of these people still have a choice to retire.
And they still walking around.
We gave them a choice to retire or get fired. Nobody is going to jail.
Hey.
If we go in with all the taxes we paying, if we go without whatever, our stuff getting cut off and they sending us straight to jail.
Right.
We do not pass go. We don't collect $200.
So don't, because you ain't in the game. You're not playing. Look, I'm starting to get the feeling that
if you ain't a thief,
you can't get no. You ain't gonna get no pension if you ain't knowing how to work the game.
Absolutely.
The game is being played. That's why they moving with confidence. They moving with confidence. These people is not scared. They still going around, people smiling, taking pictures, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Oh, they still trying to lead you, even though a lot of these reports are showing incompetency on their behalf.
Hey, look
under their leadership.
Clearly, they telling us to get down and lay down. This is a robbery,
right?
Okay,
and
everybody get
this
face
reminds
down.
me of money laundering.
Come on, man.
At tax dollar
racketeering. This is a criminal enterprise.
Hey, because when you got this much money missing, something ain't right when you don't see the handcuffs going on people. You can go to TJ Maxx and steal a shirt,
and you going to jail.
I'm just saying.
Okay, you're going to jail.
Hey,
you're gonna have a felony. All that.
All I'm saying is, y'all, I'm raising an eyebrow to this. My eyebrow is up. When we come back, I want to get your final thoughts, Elizabeth Brown. I think the blood pressure meter then went up. We got to go to break. Calm down. We're going to take a sip of water. Take a sip. We're going to chill for a second.
Pray for me, Truth Nation.
And when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. We have Sunday matinee basketball on The Truth. The Milwaukee Panthers welcome the North Central Rams into UW Milwaukee Panthers Arena on Sunday afternoon.
Out for Fulks, and he'll bury a three. And Doug Gottlieb is going to have to burn his final timeout of the game with 11:19 to go.
Scott Warris has the coverage Sunday starting at 1:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 2 o'clock.
What are some of the things that we need to really focus on to get our fair share of these opportunities, i.e. access to capital?
You know, it's very important to always think about building a strong business plan, understanding the financial parameters around what you're trying to accomplish, building great networks and great relationships so you can have partnerships and building out your dream. And then finding a good financial partner like Old National to help really orchestrate your vision of the organization. And then, as you know, DT, you wouldn't be where you're at because you're phenomenal, doing great work. And then you have to really have to go to work. If you have that dream, you have that vision, the business plan, the financial piece, then you have to really work at it and keep building.
Learn more about the Old National Bank Small Business Empowerment Loan by visiting oldnational.com/small business or contact a small business banker at Old National Bank.
Milwaukee Health Services Incorporated is celebrating 35 years of serving all income and medically underserved populations of Milwaukee's metropolitan area. MHSI is a one-stop shop that provides medical, radiology, dental, pediatric, behavioral health, pharmacies with affordable medications, and more. Also, MHSI's new family medicine residency program, located at the Isaac Cobbs Heritage Health Center, has brought 28 family doctors to our area, which is significantly impacted by healthcare workforce shortages. Become a new patient today. To schedule an appointment, call 414-372-8080. Your health is their business.
Bikerfest MKE, where everyone has a place on the road. Bikerfest MKE is a non-profit dedicated to making the motorcycle industry more inclusive and accessible for all. Their programs empower youth with hands-on experiences in STEM, mechanics, and flat track racing through mentorship and real-world skills, preparing the next generation of riders, racers, and builders, giving underrepresented youth the tools to thrive. Join Bikerfest MKE to help build a more inclusive motorcycle community. Visit bikerfestmke.org today.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The headphones is on fire this time around, Styles. My blood pressure. Just bear with me. Yo, last time I'ma tell these Jada, man, whoever, old, new, what? Yo, Who really the best rapper since Big ain't here? Y'all know the answer to that when Kiss ain't here. When you see me, don't ask me nothing about us, and don't definitely ask me nothing about Puff. You owe me one, I owe you two. I would've smacked you with the burner, but I know you soon. And I ain't talking to him, I'm talking to you. Matter of fact, talking to y'all. Life is like walking the yard. Stab you with
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 28th, as we'll be hosting our first annual Truth Community Awards, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets are on sale now for only $25. $10.17 of every sale will be donated to a local organization. Visit 1017thetruth.com now to get your tickets today. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 28th at the Truth Community Awards from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Do not miss out on the best community award event of the year. Hey, all right, Elizabeth Brown.
Yeah. Hey, look here. Pray for me.
Once again.
Pray for me. Because I promise you, like, the beautiful thing about being able to see that you see everything. The sad thing about being able to see that you're never unable to see. And this is egregious, you know, when we barely able to pay our property taxes and everything else. Look here, Truth Nation, it's time for a change. It's time for us to make sure that we're doing what it is that we need to do. We got to gut this out. It's time to gut it out.
Well, Elizabeth Brown, as usual, I appreciate you for being on the front line.
Hey, as always, pray for me.
Hey,
I need
prayers
some prayer.
going up.
Hey, blessings coming down.
I'm going to check your blood pressure after the show.
Please do.
Get a cup of water.
You know what I'm saying?
DJ Brother Z. Hey, another show.
All right, Queen. All right, toilet up for what a foe. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it.
Hey, Truth Nation, thank y'all for tuning in to the show today. And always remember, as the leadership goes, so does the people. And if the leadership incompetent, that's why you see a lot of things that paperwork ain't getting done, things ain't actually working right because nobody ain't checking for nobody. They just trying to get a check. Hey, maybe $11,000 a month for the rest of your life is to go. I don't know. But keep your head on the swivel. Look both ways before you cross the street. And green don't always mean go. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Don't and put your hands up. In times it's how you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up. Already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream. So anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up. Show goes on all right.
Today's Community Spotlight on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is brought to you by Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin. And now I am excited to be joined by Chris Mitchell, CEO of Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin. Chris, let's jump right into it because we have a huge blood drive tomorrow at Versity on King. Can you tell me why it is so important for the Black community to donate blood to save lives?
Well, first I'll say that we're grateful. You know, gratitude is our attitude, and we've seen more people since we've been talking about this step in and join us on our mission. So I first want to say for people that are donating blood and getting closer to our mission, thank you. We're a nonprofit organization, which means we're a community asset, and we're here to serve the community. It's been that way since 1947, and we basically play the role of a conduit to get to lift up all communities. And so in the particular zip code 53212, where life expectancy, depending on what you look at, is anywhere from 12 to 20 years less than neighboring zip codes. Wow. We're here to play a role in lifting up a community. So we know that diverse blood donations are more likely to match for people that have disorders like sickle cell disease. It disproportionately impacts people that look like us. And for people with sickle cell